Phenomena. Do. What is up, y'all? Welcome to another live stream. Happy Saturday night to you. I'm still trying to get used to this camera being down here now. So what is up with everyone tonight? I'm trying to think. I didn't do a whole lot of anything today. I did finally finish the videos that I made on my trip to Sergeant Tank Pets. So I ended up doing 5 videos, and started on a Monday night. I did one Monday night, I did one Tuesday night, I went live Wednesday night, so I did one Thursday night, Friday night, and then I did one today. So I've done 5 videos this week, and the first one goes live Monday, and then they will start going one right after the other. I'm not liking this microphone being right there either. So that is what I did today. Did a bunch of laundry. I got my new swag in the mail today and approved it, and went to teespring.com earlier, and I put a link in the description of this video where you guys can go and order t-shirts and hoodies. I've only got black on there right now, but it's just got the Jeffroz FishKeeping logo and then my little avatar with the beard, and sizes all the way up to 5K, and I make a couple of bucks on it. And if you guys want to do anything like that, I actually like it. I'm going to enjoy the sweatshirts. The sweatshirt's really nice too. So didn't really do anything much in the fish room. I did do a couple of things. I'm sending Priscilla some shrimp. I promised her I would for her birthday, and some fish and some snails. I need to practice on shipping to where if I ever need to ship or anything like that. So after being out at Jeremy's and seeing how he does things, I'm going to try it with her. So I'm doing some fasting. So I did that today. I've got those all set up and going. Trying to think of anything else. I mean, I got all my water changes done earlier in the week. I might do some more. I did have some baby super reds. They're already hatched into wigglers and everything. So that happened, gosh, that would have been probably Wednesday night after my live stream. They've done that before too, so it's like they're on a schedule. But let's see what else. Yeah, just 5 videos in 1 week. You know, Wednesday night was the only night that I didn't make a video, and that's because I was live streaming, which it wasn't. I mean, I watched it back, and it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Do I sound like I'm blaring to you guys by any chance? Because my mixer is going up into the red. How's that? Is that better? Was I blaring? Okay. I blabbed long enough. This is my 40th live stream, by the way, and I'm kind of proud of that number. 40 kind of creeped up on me here. There for a while. He doesn't know it, but Dan's Fish, he was ahead of me. He started live streaming way before me. He probably started live streaming like in the winter, and he was always way ahead of me. And then after about a month of me live streaming, I went ahead and added the second night on there, and I passed him like a couple of weeks ago, and I think he's like at 38 or something like that. But this is live stream number 40, and I'm really proud of that number. Like, it's hard to believe that I'm at the 40th live stream already, and I can honestly say I have not had a boring live stream yet. You guys are great. That was one reason why I held off on ever going live, was I was afraid that I was going to have a bunch of crickets going off in the background. But you guys are amazing. You guys are always there for me, and the ones, it's kind of funny to say, the ones that are only an hour long, it's like at the end of that hour, like the Wednesday nights, I try to get off at right at an hour because Dan's Fish goes live right after me, and I don't want to mess with his. So I kind of like these Saturday nights because I can go over a little bit, and this is probably going to be one of those times when I do go over. I know Dank is going to be late. He's working until like 8:30 or something like that. So yeah, we'll probably, as long as I've got people here, we'll probably keep on going live. So if you guys want to have a really good live stream, if you guys could share this one out, because we're going to be here for a while, leave the stream for a second, share it out, and let's see how many people we can get here. And we'll just have a blast tonight, because I don't think there's anybody going live right after me, so we'll just keep going. So now I've really blabbed for long enough. Let's go to the chat. And I'm really not liking this camera being down here. I've got to get something figured out. I hated the tripod because it was like making my camera be right in the middle of my monitor, and I hated that, and I hated having to take it down every time. Now I've got it to where I can just leave the camera right there, but I got to remember whenever I'm talking to you guys to just look right down here, you know, and it's kind of hard, so I don't know. We will see how it goes. It's probably just me being a weirdo. So it's really easy to figure out who was first in the chat. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous was first in the chat. Thanks for all your support and everything you do, Dougie. It's really a joy to have you here. Monday I'm uploading my interview with Sergeant Tank Pets, and it was the live stream last Saturday night, Dougie. If you guys don't know, Doug was under the weather and missed a couple of live streams there, and he's really vigilant about being here. So Monday, the edited down version, I was able to edit it down to 30 minutes, is going to be going up Monday, and I thought it was a pretty good interview. I don't think that Sergeant Tank has ever been set down in this kind of fashion and really drilled for like an hour straight. So the link will be in the description to the full version. That's kind of how I'm doing that one, is I'm leaving it as unlisted. So you guys will be able to go, Dougie, you'll be able to watch this video, and then in the description of that video will be the link to the full live stream, which there's a lot more funnier stuff going on in the full live stream. And at the end we go to the chat. You know, I didn't go into the chat almost through the whole live stream. And also you guys can go to Sergeant Tank Pet's live stream that happened right before that too. He's got that up on his channel. Then anyhow, let's go back to the chat here. Jad Orsi was second to the chat. What is up, Jad? Nice to see ya. And then they commenced to talk for a long time, and then Charlie showed up into the chat. What is up, Charlie? How are you doing, buddy? Hopefully you've been having a good week. I had a really good week. Felt really good to get all these videos. Like, I'll talk more about them here in a little bit, but wow, these videos, I had a lot of fun making them, and they just was really easy to make. And there was a couple of disappointing times, kind of out of my control. I think I was having some problems with one of my cards or something. Let's see here. Daryl Deemer is in the house. He says, hello, eating out with the family, but we'll try to watch what I can. Well, we're going to be going for a long time, Daryl, so I expect you to come back after you get done eating, and hopefully you guys eat something good, and you'll have to share it when you come back. Pebs13 is in the house. What is up? Hopefully you've been having a good week. Nice to see ya. Let's see, who else is here? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I love showing up to live streams early too. It's so cool. Sandy Doty is in the house. She says, hello everyone. What is up, Sandy? Welcome to the live stream. We're going to do a long one tonight. It's kind of one of those type of deals where I don't have anything going. My youngest is at his mom's this weekend, and my teenage son is busy, and my oldest daughter is busy. My oldest daughter is living with me right now, but yeah, I don't have anything going. So let's see here. Heather Nielsen is here. Nice to see you, Heather. She says hiya. I haven't seen you in a while, so it's kind of nice to see. I see you comment on every one of my videos that I upload, so it's really nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. And Mary RNH2O is here. She says hello, everyone. Hello, Jeffro, or LOL, Jeffro. Nice to see you, Mary. I didn't see if you got a video uploaded today or not. I'm waiting on that, though. I didn't get a notification, but anyhow, Candy Overalls is in the house, and if you guys don't know, Candy has had a real rough week and a half, I think, since Caleb got airlifted, but it's good to see. Sounds like things are settling down, and maybe that you guys possibly got to come home, is what it's sounding like, but you know, really nice to see you. I really hate all that's been going on. It really stinks. Friday Fish Facts is in the house, and he says, "What's up, guys? What is up, Friday Fish Facts? Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you." The Water Box is here. It says, "Hey, hey, what is up? Nice to see you." Oddball Aquatics, the Fish Fam rapper, is in the house. Hey guys, phone is gonna die, so just stopping by to say hi. Have a great stream. Boy, that rhymes. I wonder why. She put out a Fish Fam rap on her channel the other day. It's called The Second Verse, and she shouted me out in it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Well, charge your phone for a little bit and then come back, because we're going to be going for a while. Let's see here. B-Stag is in the house. Says, Victor says hi to all. What is up, Victor? Jage Aquatics is in the house, and he says hola. And Joseph had a great last week. I think he's been back almost a week now. Not quite a week, because he wouldn't have been back last Saturday. But if you guys haven't seen any of his videos, man, they're awesome. And I love seeing Corey's and then seeing Joseph's, because like Joseph's yesterday, his second video of the trip, had some different views than what Corey's did. And the scene where you guys were seining with the net down into the mud and everything, I love how you set your camera down in the gravel bar or whatever and kept it rolling. That was awesome. I mean, I just love that part. You did a really good job. So glad to see you guys are safely back, and it looks like you guys had a blast, and I'm sure we'll be seeing videos for quite a while. Really enjoying those videos. All right. And then Joseph asked, how am I doing? And I am doing great. Had a really good week. Got a lot accomplished. Things are going good. Let's see here. No blaring. Wow, I'm way behind. Okay, so I'm going to try to scan through. Bob Kaler is in the house. What is up, Bob Kaler? He says, hello all. Happy 40th, Jeff. Thanks, man. Real Thing For You Fish Tanks is in the house. What is up, Real Thing For You? Good to see ya. Let's see here. Once I get down, oh, 54 Punchy is in the house. What is up, 54 Punchy? Pam, the Pleco Whisperer is here. What is up? I follow you, gosh, on something. I can't remember if it's Instagram or Facebook, and maybe it's both. But you guys got to check him out. He's got some cool stuff. Of course, I'm a Pleco lover, you know. But welcome to the stream. Jesse's Tanks is here. What is up, Jesse? I just scored a 24 by 24 by 12 tank. What would you put in it? Oh my god, 24 by 24 by 12. So that is a short tank. I would put plecos in it or shrimp. Maybe both. But I would probably, if I had that tank right now, I would use it as a super red bristlenose grow out tank. That's exactly what I would do. Whenever I went to Michigan last weekend, there was a big frag tank. It was probably a 200 gallon. When I was there looking at it, I was thinking 100 gallon, but now that I've looked over the footage and talked with Jeremy, it's probably a 200 gallon frag tank. And it's about 14 inches tall, but it's huge. And I've got 3 different batches of super red bristlenose plecos, and I'm just growing them out in little 10 gallon tanks, and they're kind of separated, you know. And I would like to get like a low boy tank, and that is awesome, Jesse. I love that platform right there. Damian Markham is in the house. What is up, Damian? Nice to see you. Let's see who else is here. We're at the bottom of the chat. So, what I'm going to talk about for a little bit is anybody on here that has done summer tubs. Now that August is hit, you know, the temps are going to start dropping, and I've got to come up with some plans. I've got to come up with some plans for how to bring stuff in and when to bring it in. So this little 30 gallon tank right there, I'm going to take it down, probably wait until next weekend to do that, or I might start doing it throughout the week. But I'm going to take it down. I'm going to rehome the crayfish that are in there. I've got someone that's going to take those on for me. There's only 2 left anyhow, but I'm going to pull that one completely apart. I've got a light on the way, and I'm pretty positive for right now I'm going to put my super red bristlenose babies in there, and then probably put all my panda guppies in there for now, and probably my black shrimp. So that's what I'm probably going to do. But I'm just wondering, for you guys that have done this before, how soon do you bring them in? What overnight temperatures do you start thinking about bringing them in? Let's spike that up in the chat. And Jesse Tank says he got that 24 by 24 by 12 for 30 bucks. That is awesome. Pebs13 says I have a foot long albino pleco, long finish. Huh. It's albino and it's a foot long. Good grief. What kind of pleco is that? Yeah, Real Thing For You says, oh no's, the bottom of the chat. Yeah, I think it was Dank one time was telling me, don't ever say that, because when you do, people will start spamming and stuff like that. But that's okay with me. It makes a laugh whenever that happens, so. Yeah, Pebs13 says, thank goodness the temps will drop. I think it was high 80s here today. Maybe 90s yesterday, or maybe it was 90s today and high 80s yesterday. I can't remember. I wasn't out too awful much today. I know that I spent a lot of time out at the tubs today. They're doing really good. I'm probably gonna do an update video on them this week. I'll shoot it throughout the week and upload it next week, because then in like probably about 2 or 3 weeks I'll be needing to take it down. So next weekend I'll probably tear this tank down, do an update video on the summer tubs, get that one shot, and then I also am supposed to be going to John Bedker's house and do a fish room tour at his place. So that's really exciting too. I can't wait for that. Aussie Shed Aquatics is in the house, but the message was retracted. So if you're listening, welcome. TM Aquatics is in the house. It says, hi Jeff, what is up? Welcome to the stream. It's my 40th one, and we're going to probably just go long tonight. As long as I've got quite a few people here, within reason, about the longest one I did was one night I did an hour and a half long live stream, and then after I got off, Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets got a hold of me and asked if I would go live on his channel, and we went live until from midnight till like 3:15, 3:20 in the morning, and that was a lot of live streaming in one night. So I would say 4 hours and 45 minutes in one night and 3 hours plus straight. So Aussie Shed Aquatic says, hi summer tub and winter here in Australia. Probably so. Our temps get so low, even if I buried mine, even if I dug a hole and buried mine, I'd have to have a lot of heaters in there. Daryl Deemer is back, and he's saying hi to Punchy. What is up, Daryl? Friday Fishback says, TM, I love your plecos. Everybody's saying hi to TM. Yeah, Candy says that was a long night. And I can remember one of the most surprising people that was there for like the duration of Jeremy's live stream was Priscilla. And she was texting me saying, you're just going to have to tell him I got to go. Because she could tell I looked really tired. I really did. Daryl Deemer says, I seen John Bedker at the Fish Frenzy. Looking forward to seeing that video. I know. He comes on here. He asks really smart questions. He knows his stuff. He comes on here and says a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there about what he's got. This guy has got some nice stuff. And he texted me a picture of a discus tank that was really nice. So he's going to have some nice stuff. I mean, that tank was a show tank. I think John Bedker's got his stuff in line. And next week, whenever I go to his place and shoot it, and I know he's got a lot of plecos too. Because I know he's got some L183s, and I'm pretty positive he's got some zebra plecos. So I'm really looking forward to it. And speak of the devil, John Bedker is in the house. John says, I'm still on for next week, assuming nothing comes up. Same here, buddy. I don't have anything scheduled. I'll just need to get with you and see which day works best for you, Saturday or Sunday. To me, always Saturdays work better for me, but I can do it either day. I just like to be lazy on Sundays. But Punchy says, my nighttime temps never get above 50 here all summer. So I dropped a big heater in the outside tub last year, pulled the fish out in September, but wish I would have left it in another month. That may be what I do. I may drop a heater in because these things are going bananas. I've got so many males in my Rainbow Tiger Endler tank that I can't even keep count of them. And I only started with 2 males. I started with a trio, okay, and then I started with 5 fry. And out of that 5 fry, there was only 1 that I could really determine that was a male. And now there's 20 plus males in there. I know for a fact, and they just keep on producing, you know. And now I'm even deeper in endlers, and I can't even really give up the surprises. I've got a bunch of surprises coming down the road. So, Pebs13 says, my night temps are at 73. Yeah, I might have been dropping a little bit below 73 some of the times. Like my daytime temp today was 72 in my tubs outside. That was my daytime temp. Let's see. Candy says, be right back. Dank Tank says, if you're not here right now, you're a straight up noob. What is up, Dank? Looks like you probably still got about another hour of work. You better get back to work, buddy. Pebs13 says, I want my zebra pleco again. Lost him when I had to move from Los Angeles to Wisconsin. Oh, man. That's a bummer. That's one fish I've never owned yet. I could if I wanted to, but I don't know. I may come home with some from John's if he's got a bunch of babies. I doubt it. I think John is new to the zebra plecos. I don't think he's had them long enough to have a big spawn. That would be cool if I did, or if he has. All right, so let's see. Select Pet is in the house. I like to be lazy all days. True, true. It's like one of those things now, though, that I've got. Somebody was saying yesterday. Who was it? Okay, so Rob from Flip Aquatics posted a video sometime this week, I believe. And at the end of those type of videos, like what he did, it was a fish room tour. He always asked these people some advice that they would give. And the older gentleman said something along the lines, what did he say? It was something along the lines of too many tanks and not taking care of them, and I can't remember, so it's pointless that I even brought it up. But basically what it is he was talking about in part of it he was talking about how 10-gallon tanks are worse in more maintenance than one 100-gallon tank, which that is obviously true. And the more tanks that I get, the more work it is, and you don't even realize that you're going into chores, and you're trying to do other things at the same time, so you're like, did I feed that fish room? And basically whenever my son goes to his mom's, I don't feed his fish while he's gone. It's just 2 nights every other weekend, you know what I mean? So I just leave it alone. I leave the lights off and all that kind of stuff, and they do fine. But yeah, I've got 30 tanks going now, and it's a lot of work. I can't even remember why I started talking about that. Where I was going with it. Let's see here. Pebs13 says, yeah, standard, just not worth it to move a tank. In 1990, I lost my zebra, my royal, and some plecos I cannot remember the name of, but very fancy. San Pedro, California was very ahead of the game back then. Awesome. Maxwell Soneman is in the house. What is up, Maxwell? Nice to see you. Mortal Slayer 82 is in the house and says, I got 10 Panther Danios at my first aquarium club meeting on Thursday. Awesome. Where is your aquarium club? Because I might just join your aquarium club. That is awesome, man. Nice to see you, by the way. Pete is here. KG Cichlids is in the house, taking a 5-minute break before going back to work. Bummer, dude. That is bummer. John Gonzalez is in the house. What is up, John? And Adrian Castillo is in the house. Jad Orsi is back. Pete Berlinski is in the house. Wow. I got some more German Blue Rams yesterday. Happy days. Boy, you got me jealous now, Pete. Benoksky Tanks is in the house. What is up? I missed a bunch of people when I scrolled down, is what I did. Lisa Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Lisa? Okay. I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone that came in, say something. Okay, so TM Aquatics says, Jeff, Corey from Aquarium Co-op will be speaking to out. Corey from Aquarium Co-op will be speaking to out. We'll be speaking to our club in September. Oh, okay, cool. Is that's the one that's in Minnesota, I believe. And I can probably get to that one. If that, I'm pretty sure the one that is in October is the Aquashella one in Chicago. Come on up if you have time. Minneapolis. Yeah, I can definitely get to that one. So yeah, that would be fun. Pam says, "Did you miss me, Jeffro?" Yeah, I did notice that you were gone. I really did. But it seems like you said on the Wednesday night ones it's hard for you to make it. So if I remember right. Twin Cities. So yours is in the Twin Cities. So Mortal Slayer 82, are you in Minnesota? Because I didn't know that. Oh boy, I missed a bunch. I got guppies from King Lee last week. I had babies today. I saw that on Facebook, Candy. That is really neat. And, you know, everything that you guys had going on, you know, there was no getting around it. So if the mailman wouldn't have came and something would have happened, you know, it just would have had to have happened, of course. But I know the stresses of waiting on fish. Oh my gosh, I know exactly. And then Stacy just happened to get there when the mailman came. Or no, you did. And then Stacy came later and plopped and dropped. Yeah, that's what happened. That whenever I was reading that, I was like, that is exactly what ordering fish online is. It is stress for, I don't know that the shippers, I know that Michael always did. Michael, I've ordered from him a couple of times and he always gets really stressed out. But I always get really stressed out when I'm waiting on an order until they're here. Oh my gosh. Because nowadays the post office keeps on sending you these texts and they're way behind and so all right, let's see where we're at. Yeah, Punchy says she works on Wednesday nights. Mortal Slayer is from Minnesota. I didn't know that. You're just a Hawkeyes fan. I don't know why I thought you lived in Iowa. I guess that's why. Oddball Aquatics is back. Adrian says, Punchy, I love your big goldfish. What kind of goldfish is it? Mortal Slayer 82 says, see you when I see Corey. Yeah, I've got to definitely go to that. Let me look. What weekend is that? It's the weekend after Labor Day, if I remember right. If I remember right. So September. Select Pet is what? Is that why we follow each other, Punchy? I work nights Wednesdays too. That's funny. Let's see here. Yeah, Dank says he's got $300 in geckos coming. I'm stressed. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. It's kind of weird that they're taking that long to get there. So do they have to go through like this process to get them ready to ship or something? Because I was going to ask you that the other day. Yeah, Maxwell's like, what? Geckos, Dank? He's always got surprises going on. They ship tomorrow. Nice. Select Pet says, I got some new stuff today too, but if I keep telling them, I spoil my video content. Yeah, like I've got a bunch of stuff. Like I've got 5 video. Well, actually, I've got 6. I think I've got 7 videos online right now. I think I've got 7. I've got 6 or 7 that are uploaded to YouTube right now, but I can't tell. You know, like I can tell you what well, one of them I can't even tell you what kind of video it is. So like I've got the Sergeant Tank interview video that's coming up Monday. And then Thursday, I've got the Sergeant Tank fish room tour video. And then the following week is watercolors, aquarium gallery fish room tour, And then the vice president of Jeremy's Club up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, let me come and video his fish room, and it is amazing. He's got a bunch of awesome shell dwellers, and there's some neat, awesome things in there in the video that he talks about. I mean, he knows his stuff. So that's like 4 videos right there. And then what's the other one that I did while I was out there? I keep forgetting it. Oh, an unboxing. So I brought home some stuff from Sergeant Tank Pets, and I do an unboxing video. So I got 5 videos right there, and then I've got another video that I've got that I've already had on YouTube that I was gonna put. It was gonna come out live Monday, but I kind of pushed it off a little bit till all these other videos are done, because it's kind of, I don't want these videos to start getting stagnant. You know what I mean? So this other video, it's okay, but that makes me have to keep that secret for even longer. So yeah, I hear you. Let's see here. Sandy Doty says, I just got 2 sulcata tortoises shipped to me. I was so stressed till they got here. I hear you. Oh, Mortal Slayer 82 from Iowa but trapped in Minnesota. That's what it is. I hear you, Sandy. Like, it's just scary is what it is. Especially when you're on this texting program at USPS and they text you and say that it's not going to be here till Friday. See, I make my own schedule. So when I first get that first text that says they're going to be here on Thursday, expected to be here Thursday, I schedule the rest of my week, you know. And then you get a text that says they're going to be here tomorrow. Or what you're doing is you're watching where they're at in the tracking, and there's no way that they could be here by Wednesday because they're still at such and such. And then all of a sudden out of the blue you get a text to say expected ship today, and it's like, what? I don't like that at all. They're way behind. Their tracking is slow, and it's stressful really bad. Dank says, when are you gonna do Dank's reptile room? Well, man, sounds like in order to get to Dank, I've got to go up into Canada for a few hours and then back a few hours back to get to New York. I think it would be like 24-hour drive. So I would have to fly, and I don't see that happening for a little while. What we could do, though, is we could have you on as a guest for a live stream or something, Dank. Mary says she wants to see the reptile room. Punchy says, I went to storage unit yesterday and grabbed a box of fish stuff. It's a canister filter I will set up for my turtles. Nice. Peb said, I just had a shipment from Nebraska for shrimp, and they said it would take 4 days for a priority mail. Thank goodness for notification they were here in 2. Nice. Oh, reptiles. Nice. Punchy says, and there is a really, really old Airstone with black airline on it. It is really old. I cleaned it up and it works. That's awesome. Dave says, come on over, Mary. V-Stag shouting out the hashtag New Jersey Aquatic Experience 18. I almost said aquarium experience. Sandy Doty, I used to have diamond back terrapins. That's a tongue twister. Probably not really, but it was for me. Punchy says, the airline is that old black rubber airlines. I remember those. What is up, Victor, by the way? Nice to see you. I think you were here earlier for a little bit. Nice to see you. We're going to go long tonight, guys. So, Punchy says, I had a box turtle when I was a kid. Myrtle the turtle. I got one right now. Well, it's not mine. It's my 12-year-old son's, but he is Squirtle the turtle. I seen a puffer the other day that his name is Chewy, and he's like 15 years old. And the guy that owns him one time had to do some clove oil and put him to sleep and turn him over on his back and do dental surgery because he wasn't feeding him enough snails, and they had to clip his teeth back. So it was pretty cool. Chewy's an awesome puffer. B-Stag says he never left. Awesome. Aquaballs is in the house. Hello, how is everyone doing? We're doing really good. Nice to see you, Aquaballs. Welcome to the live stream. It's the 40th one. So, yeah, real thing for you, LOL. Fishaholic Habits is in the house. What is up, Fishaholic? Nice to see ya. Punchy says, somewhere in storage I have a small wooden box with a metal tub for water. It was used to test aquarium water for pH, I think. It is definitely an antique. That is awesome. That old stuff is so cool. Fishaholic Habit says, hope all's good. It is. Thanks for asking. We're at the bottom of the chat again. So, let's see what else I can talk about. It's one of the hardest things to do is to come up with topics for your live streams, because if you talk too much about things, and like I love to do those live streams on the cell phone where I walk around and just do a fish room tour, but when you do those, you take away from content that you could be doing, you know. And I've never had any troubles running out of content, but I'm afraid that if I did too many of those that I would, you know. So Dank Tank says, how's the Viv growing? Yep, that is something that I can talk about. I was talking earlier like it was still a secret, but I can talk about that because that video where I built the stand did come out this week. So you guys do know that. I had to think for a second. Did it? Yeah, it did. So Dank talked me into getting a larger vivarium, and actually doing a vivarium this time, because the first time I did a terrarium, which, you know, basically to me a terrarium is one that you have to spray, you know. It's not got the false bottom in it. It's just got some substrate in the bottom, and all you're doing is spraying a little bit every day for humidity. So my frogs that I've got, they're White's tree frogs, dumpy frogs. They don't require a whole lot of moisture. So that one was a terrarium, and that's what I started out with. But Dank talked me into going all out and doing a vivarium. So it is doing really good. It is awesome. I love the thing. The video on that is going to be a few weeks away, though. The video on making that. I didn't want to make this Sergeant Tank Pet stuff go out there too far, so I went ahead and pushed that one off. Plus, the frogs that I'm getting for that vivarium, they're still out there a ways. So originally, I was thinking about not uploading that video yet anyhow, to make them kind of closer together. But today I went ahead and scheduled it. I think I scheduled it out for August 23rd. That's how far ahead I am on my videos. So it's doing good. It's starting to grow out. I did have one of the plants die. I was afraid that it was going to. The plants that I ordered, I had them for like a month before I planted this vivarium. And I had them in an aquarium, a 10-gallon empty aquarium. And like once every other day or so I would spray it down, and I had it covered with plastic. And I think this one plant out of all of them didn't really like that for some reason, and it was like really dying back, and I can't even tell you what it was. It was a weakling type of plant. It was a fragile plant. It was kind of like one of those miniature leaf ferns, kinda. It was almost like a fern. I've got another one that is a fern, but it died back all the way. So I got another plant that is a lot like one that I already had. That's one of those that grows out all the way across the floor, and I can't really remember what the name of it is, but Dank probably knows what the name of it is. It's the one that has the little bitty leaves that grows all over the forest floor, and then shoots of it comes out every once in a while and pops out. You've got it in all your vivariums. That one does really good. All of the plants are doing good. I just didn't keep track of all of the names of I threw all of my cards away before I memorized what the plant names were, so I kind of screwed that up. Then I saw Dougie asked me how the frogs are doing. Yep, they're doing really good. I did an Instagram video. My son got them out and was playing with them the other night, and I did an Instagram video on them, and I've made some changes to their terrarium. It's a lot different now, and you don't get to see them as much, I guess I'll say that, but it's in that video. I've got some surprises coming for that, but they're doing great. Yeah, Maxwell says frogs. Yep, I've got 2 whites tree frogs right now in a small setup, and then I've got a little bit bigger of a setup. Gosh, I can't remember if it's an 18 by 18 or a 24 by 18. I can't remember. I've got a little bit bigger of a setup that I've got as a full-on vivarium with a mister and everything. And I've got some surprises that are frogs, but I don't want to give it away what they are yet. I don't think I have anyhow, so. But yeah, I'm kind of into it. I think I'm going to slow down though and not go any farther, because this hobby, the frog hobby, is expensive. Very expensive. Real Thing For You Fish Tank says, I got to 100 subs and broke 150 total gallons in tanks. LOL. Congrats, buddy. John Gonzalez says, lots of rain. Oh my goodness. Lots of rain equals lower pH and almost no GH and no KH. pH crashed in quarantine tank. 4.5 pH. 1 dead fish. Good grief. That is crazy. Select Pet says, my daughter wanted African claw frogs at LFS today, but I had to explain to her it didn't matter if they were selling them, they're still illegal here. Yeah. Not good. Adrian Castillo says, Jeff, what's your biggest tank? Also, you should get into cichlids. I know. I've got a video coming out, not this coming week, but the following week, that actually next week too, because Jeremy at Sergeant Tank, he's got awesome cichlids. I mean, he's got some beautiful severums that are just gorgeous. I mean, all of his fish, and the one that was KG cichlids at one time too, I always forget what style of fish that is. That thing is a bad mama jama. It's a female beautiful fish. My biggest tank, as far as a glass aquarium, my biggest one is like a 55 gallon. I used to have a 125, but outside ponds I've got a 140 out there right now. Mortal Slayer 82 says, I want Dank's new frogs. Yeah. Aquaball says, I got a big 2-door waiting to do some dodo style vivarium. Cool. Yep. The one that I did, the video's kind of lengthy. I try not to, stuff that I'm doing for the first time, I'm not really showing you how to do it. I'm just capturing me doing it. You know what I mean? So it is from start to finish. My video is a start to finish thing, and I did it a little bit different than what Dank does. Like, Dank starts his backgrounds right on the glass, but I did mine a little bit different. but it did turn out really good. I'm really surprised at how good it turned out. It looks real. The plants are, it is an awesome hobby, guys. It really is. Like, you know, when you get into aquarium plants and you got to start getting more and you want a jungle tank, you know, well, that's the way these vivariums are. I can't wait until this thing is turned into a jungle. I mean, it is just gorgeous. Priscilla MK Art says your Yeti is off, bruh. What? My Yeti is not off. It's on. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Everybody saying hi to Priscilla. Oh, by the way, hi Priscilla. I worked on some of your goodies today. So your surprises, it just might end up being Wednesday before they go out. Because Monday is out of question now. Because Monday, I've got a long drive early in the morning, so I won't be able to do it Monday. And then Tuesday, maybe. It's just up in the air right now. Jad Orsi says, gotta go walk the dogs. Nice work making it to 40. Thanks, Jad. I appreciate it. If you get bored later, I'm sure we'll still be going. Might as well check anyhow. Whoa. I started to read Dank's message. Oh my god, I'm so far behind in the chat. This is sad. Okay, so I'm going to read Dank's message here. Phone about to die. Be back in an hour. So, Michael from Mile High Plecos is in the house. What is up, Michael? Happy 40th stream. You've come a long way, Jeffy boy. Oh my gosh. It's picking up audio. Okay, guys. So, am I having problems with my audio? Yo, pro mic is off, it sounds like. Your pro mic is off. Huh. Okay, how's that? Okay. So, no. I see sounds good to me and a no. So does audio sound good? The mic, man. Well, you said Yeti, I think you said. I thought you said Yeti. How is that? Because it's on. I just turned up the volume a little bit. Hello, Jeremy. What is up? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I do have a fan on right behind me. Hey, Dozer. Don't overdo it back there. Yeah, I had a fan on. How's that, guys? I thought it was a Yeti mic. Jeez, yeah. The only Yeti on my desk is this one right here. See that? Yeti. So when you say Yeti, that's what I'm thinking. My Yeti is off. So I thought you were saying like I'm holding a can in my hand and my Yeti is off. You know, I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay. So Bald and Dangerous says, nothing wrong with audio, just the fan. Sometimes I think that this Pro mic doesn't work as good though. You know what I mean? As it should. Like there was one time where I yeah, Priscilla still balls. She is trolling hardcore tonight, I'm telling you. Raph Cabrera is in the house. Sound is okay here. What is up, Raph? Nice to see you. Yeah. Jeremy says it's just Priscilla. Yeah. Well, my mic's not too bad. I mean, it's a Rode mic. I've never had a Yeti mic, so I don't know. Real Thing for You says, I will be listening. I got to go on a Corey Easter egg hunt. LOL. Awesome. That's one fish that I don't have in the fish room. My son had 3 panda Corys for quite a while, and we grew them out pretty good. They were really small when we had them, and I loved those things. They were really pretty. And he got to where he was wanting something else, and he took them back to the LFS and traded them. And I pondered, like, I really wanted them. So, I don't know. I saw some really cool panda, or not panda, but I saw some really cool Corridoras this last week at a fish store that I went to. So Pete says, yeah, the fan was loud before, a bit better now. Okay. Crazy, I need more phones. I just figured out about the multiple live streams at the same time. Yeah, Cecilia's Hobby says Corridoras rock. Yes, they do. They're so pretty. There's so many different types, though. That's about the only thing I don't like. Like, now there's nano ones, you know, and then there's the fat, chunky, short ones, you know, and all kinds of different colors and species. All the C100s, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. When Corys were created, they created too many of them. How can you ever choose, you know? Priscilla says, so wait a minute, you streaming for 50 minutes and no one mentioned your audio? No. You were the first one. You said your Yeti's off. And that was the first time I'd seen it. So, yeah, I had the fan on high, and I really didn't need it on high. I've got it on low now. It's like probably 80 degrees in this room right now. So I got to have at least a little bit of a fan. Mile High Plecos. Plecos are better. Yes, they are, buddy. They are. Raf Cabrera said, what's up, Jeff? Great streaming and videos. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Raf. I will. I've not slowed down at all. I see these YouTubers out there every once in a while, kind of what I call fall off. You know, there's some of them, they've got excuses like, you know, they're going through something, or family gets them busy, or like, you know, different things, you know, and I understand that totally. But, you know, sometimes you get burned out, because I did do this before in my YouTube career. Last March of 2017, so March of 2017, I got burned out hardcore. I made a video every single day, and it was rough. I mean, it is rough to sit down and nail out a video every single day. It is not easy, and really, technically, what happens is you start not doing good. You know, you're just pushing things to happen, and you know, I got really lazy last year, and there was times where it was 4 or 5 weeks without uploading, but not this year. I've got a good, smooth thing going. You know, I mean, I have found the easy button, and I'm just going to keep on riding it, you know, and stay in this as long as I can, because it's going good. Mary RNH2O says, I just got Corys. I love them. I do too. John says, sure, SM57 is the best mic ever made. It's all you need, under $100. All right, I'll have to remember that. Pete says he loves Corys. Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pet says one betta in a 240-gallon tank is the best. Yep. Plecos blow. Priscilla. That's not nice. That's not nice, Priscilla. Yeah, Cecilia's Hobby says, yeah, Priscilla, puffers rock too. Sandy Doty says, just hatched out. A couple of stir-by Corys. Ooh, nice. Cecilia's Hobby says green Corys are hard to raise. Gosh, that green Cory, I love the green Corys, but that reminded me the black neon tetras that was in Rob's from Flip Aquatics. He did a video just the other day where he went to a guy down in Missouri, just a guy from a fish club. He went to do a fish room tour, and there were some black neon tetras there, and I've always liked the black neon tetras, but these guys are old black neon tetras. Them things were ultra awesome. And the green Corys, that's what it kind of reminds me of. And I love the green, like Rachel O'Leary, I'm pretty sure, has a big bunch of the green neon tetras, and I love those. And I'm kind of anxious to see these blue nano tetras that Joseph keeps on talking about. He started it. Meh, I don't mind them. Prolific Breed is in the house. It's been a while, man. You might have been at last week's live stream, though, so I might have just missed you. But welcome to the live stream, man. Raph says he's got several Corys. Panda, Shunk, Albino, a green one, and 6 dwarf ones. Dot, and gray ones. Awesome, man. Yeah, I really need to get me some. Sergeant says, Michael, I got your back. Yeah. Yeah. Plecos. Pleco. Okay. Bald and Dangerous says, I've got the black neons. They're nice. I could buy some. My LFS has had some for a long time. And I could buy some, but it just wouldn't fit my situation right now. That's the only reason why I haven't got them. Like the Corys, I could probably find a home for the Corys. I need to get busy on the Corys because I could find a home for them. It's nice because they're a bottom dwelling type fish, you know. So all I got to do is find a tank that I don't have plecos in, which would be kind of hard. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would be kind of hard. I don't know what this comment is about, but I'm going to read it because it's funny. Mile High Pleco says, yes, Suntan Man and Lotion Boy unite. I don't know what that means, but it sounded funny. I will remember that for later. Oh my gosh. Angelo's Fish Tanks is in the house. Hi all. Sorry, can only pop in to say hi. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Well, if you're still around later, we're going on, buddy. There ain't no telling how long we're going to go tonight. I'll just say that. Prolific Breed says I pop in here and there. And Prolific Breed says, Michael, hope female plecos have small mustaches, LOL. Yeah. It's really hard to tell when they're younger on these L182s and the L183s because I'm pretty sure that every single one of them have bristles, and like they've got just as much bristles as some of my male commons do, and it's like really weird. Yeah, and Michael just keeps on saying, yeah, they do, you know. So it's just gonna be a while. Jeremy says fist pump, bro. Yeah, you just got to give it time. And you know, like I've got one that I guarantee you on one of my L182s, I guarantee you it's a male. I mean, I would bet money on it because that thing is thick. I mean, he is huge. But I've seen huge females before too. But like in my common tank back here, my common bristlenose, ever since they were babies, the males are bigger than the females. And that's kind of how my super reds were. But in my albino ones, it's like the females are always bigger than the males. So, I don't know. What's your take on that, Michael? On the L182s and L183s, are the males, as they're juveniles, are they usually tend to be bigger than the females? I'm sure you know. Do they have like a blunt nose? because I've got one that's really fat. But he loves that great big piece of Mopani, and he goes to it rather quickly when I try to get an Instagram pic of him. Okay, so I'm Suntan Man and Jeremy is Lotion Boy, and together we shall achieve the perfect tan. Yeah, that is like Shakespeare stuff, man. So John Bedker says Marineland Advanced LEDs are on sale at PetSmart. 36 inches are 116 bucks after a $45 discount, and 45s are 159 after a $50 discount. Just bought one of each. Wow. Every time John comes to this live stream, it makes me want to see his fish room even more and more and more and more, because he's buying all this good stuff. I just bought some cheap LED eBay light the other day to go on this tank up here, and like I can't wait till this coming weekend. And by the way, if you guys are just showing up in the chat, next Saturday or Sunday, one or the other, I'm going over to John Bedker's and I'm doing a fish room tour. And he's got some good stuff. He's got a bunch of surprises, and I'm about ready to pop a camera in front of those things. Okay, so somebody just said this is a weird stream. Cecilia's Hobby says this is a weird stream. Conversation. Yeah, you'll have to excuse my two buddies. Mike, he hasn't been to a lot of live streams. He bought a house, and then for like a month he panicked about it, and then whenever it started coming to time to move, he was like on like a month to 6 week hiatus, and he's just filling his oats. He's missed out on a bunch of trolling and stuff like that. So yep, him and Jeremy, this could go on for hours. Sorry, Cecilia. So Candy says, man, if someone didn't know this was a fish comment, just saying. Oh, okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Now I see what mustache, though, I think is what he was saying. Or, yeah, okay, now I see what you guys are saying. Okay, no, yeah, I guess I was talking too much slang. Yeah, Cecilia, she says, I'll be back, food is ready. Yeah, I did, I read it out loud, I sure did. Okay, so here is the answer to my question, and it is the real answer, Mike says, I noticed my L183s are bigger when they start growing their bristles. Before then, they look the same. Okay. Yeah, it made me laugh too. Of course, you know that because you're watching me and listening to me, so. Yeah. Hey now, take my wrench away and put me on timeout. Yeah, they both are special. Okay, so John says my 183 females have bristles straight out front, and males have bristles in front and vertical on top. Yep, my L183s, I don't get to see them and inspect them as much as what I would like, because they're nocturnal bad. I bet you they were raised in like an underground tunnel or something. I don't know. And they are wild caught. So I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't really get to inspect them that much. I really don't. Because at nighttime when it's dark and I got the lights out, you shine any kind of a flashlight on them, and some of them go a little ways and then stop, so they're a little less scattery, I guess you would say, but I don't really get to look at them all that much. My L183s are nocturnal. And then my one L182, large L182, he doesn't like, you know, he comes out and eats during the day, but he's gone whenever he sees a flash. You have to sneak up on that guy. Yep, you are, Michael. You are. The mustache was back on Prolific Breed's original question about the mustaches being larger on the males than the females. You know what I mean? That's what the mustache comment was about. Candy Overhaul says, I'll be back. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby says, Mile High, did you catch Dan's electrical video he posted? I sent him a text whenever that. Instantly I thought of Michael. Yep, they do. So Michael, yes, and we knew that they do. I did, anyhow. Bald and Dangerous says, Jeffro, have you tried a blue nightlight on the plecos? I haven't. I do have a blue light over them, though. It can be blue or white. So, you think if I do that at nighttime, that will help them or something? So, Michael says, I did. I got to thank him still. Yeah, that was nice of him. It's really smart, though, to do it that way. And I noticed at Jeremy's fish room, that was another thing I thought about after the live stream. People were saying, they were asking questions about, you know, what did I think of his fish room and stuff. And, you know, afterwards, and I was syncing it all in and everything, his electrical is all up high. He's got electrical running up high. Nothing's on the ground. He's got it done smart, you know. Okay, so Pebs13 says, what do all the numbers mean? I'm old school, haven't heard all of these numbers. So, if you go back on my channel a little ways and start looking at some of the pleco videos that I've got up, plecos, a lot of plecos, I guess is how to answer this, have a L number. And then like your Corydoras have a C number. And what other species have letters and numbers? Guys, help me out. I'm not thinking of any off the top of my head, but to answer your question directly, Pebs13, an L182 pleco is a bristlenose pleco that is commonly called the Starlight pleco, and the L183 pleco that we're talking about is a lot like it. It's a Starlight pleco as well, but they're both a little bit different. So like the L182 loses a white stripe that's on its top fin and its tail fin. It loses that, but it keeps all the Starlight sparkles on it. And then the L183, as it grows out and gets older, it loses the Starlights, so it leaves it black, but it keeps the white stripe on its back fin and its tail fin. So the L numbers are for plecos. And so like if you look up a L144, pretty sure that's an albino ancestris bristlenose pleco. I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking right. So that's how they keep track of these. That's the scientific number. So whenever they find these in the wild, they come up with a scientific name, and then there's a common name, and then there's an L number that goes with it. So if you hear someone saying L134s, those are, I think, the leopard frog plecos, and so on and so forth. Sandy Doty says, is the L181 also a Starlight pleco? I'm not certain. I'm really not certain. I'm not familiar with the L181. Prolific Breed says, yep, I never see all 4 L182s out at the same time, so I started wondering if they were all still in there. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I've got 6, and I've got 2 that I could probably reach my hand in the tank and just pet them. You know, I mean, I've got 2 that are just chill. And then I've got 4 that are just like, every time they see a human, they're gone. But they all come out and eat during the day. So I like that. They'll eat when the light is on. But the L183s will not come completely out into the middle of the tank if the lights are on. So I'll have to try that blue light thing. Let's see here. Yeah, so Michael puts it in a different way. Tell them, in a nutshell, it's a way to tell them apart because there are too many for common names. That's the truth right there. That is really why they're doing it. Plus, like he said, they're still discovering new species. Oh, so then he answers Sandy's question. The L181 is a peppermint pleco. And you are welcome. Yeah, Pebs 13, the Starlight Pleco, whenever I'm filming them, like my L182s for instance, they're just dynamic. When you look at it with your eyeballs, the starlight pattern is a circle, but whenever you look at it through a camera, sometimes it throws my camera out of focus and it looks like they're 3D. It's odd. I don't think they're really a circle. I mean, I would like to look at them through a magnifying glass, actually. Mile High Pleco says, my L183s are a-holes too. They're always hiding. Yeah. I've got some that are caved up now, and that I've got in my 182 tank and my 183 tank. I've got one of those Sergeant Tank Pets slate caves that I built. I've got one of those in each one of those tanks, and my L183s are caving up pretty good, and they're growing. I mean, they were bigger when I got them than my L182s, but my L182s have caught up to them, so I'm digging that, you know. And, you know, some of these common bristlenose are like full grown already. Like, I've grown them. Some of these males are completely grown out. Yeehaw, we're at the bottom of the chat, guys. We got 22 people here. I can't tell how many likes we have. But yeah, well, let's just keep on going. We'll just keep on keeping on. But those of you that was here last Saturday night, what did you guys think of me and Jeremy's live stream that we did last weekend? I really enjoyed it, of course. You know, I've always been a fan of Jeremy's. I'm not a freak fan. I mean, he can tell you it wasn't like I just fell apart when I got there. I'm just not that type of person, you know. But I've always enjoyed Jeremy and his channel and the person that he is. And I really had a good time while I was out there. And I just wanted to, you guys are going to enjoy the stuff that I've got coming, I know. But just wanted to see what you guys thought of the interview style. Because I would really like to do that again sometime with somebody else. I first came up with that idea whenever I was planning on going to see Lucas, which I don't know if I'm still going to get to do this year. It might be into the winter, actually. I don't know. And then in the winter, he's not going to have a summer tub, so I don't know really yet. But that's originally when I first came up with that idea. It was going to be Lucas, and I just carried it on through. Sandy Doty said, my green dragons and super reds are so slow growing. I've got one super red male that I've had the same amount of time. They're the same clutch as 4 of my other super reds. And I've got one male that is full grown and great big bristles. And then I've got another one that's just a little bit smaller than him, but still nice, really nice. And then I've got another little runt. And, you know, I've mentioned it to people, like I was mentioning it to Michael from Mile High Plecos one night, and he said, you know, sometimes they just have runts, you know, they're just stunted. He's perfectly healthy. He's got bristles. You can tell he's a male, but he's just tiny. He's smaller than all my females now. He's just not growing. But yeah, I agree on the super reds. I've never kept green dragons But on the super reds, I agree, Sandy. They do grow slow. Real Thing for You says 29 likes. It was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like about it is we didn't get to be in the chat the whole time. That was kind of meant to be that way. Like, I knew that I was going to edit that live stream down. And we probably could have just stayed live longer. But at the same time, we'd been going all day long. You know, YouTube had been live. At that point, I had already filmed 4 other videos. Well, actually, we did a live stream too. So at that point, whenever we were doing this live stream for me last week, I had already shot 5 videos, you know. So I was kind of ready, you know. Plus, I was going to have a long drive the next day. But I would have liked to have, you know, I don't even know that I went back and watched it yet. I went back and watched Jeremy's today, and I enjoyed it too. It was a good one. We went live on his before mine, and it was a good one too. I went watched it today. Mile High Pleco says, my old neighbor just gave me like 20 albino bristlenose. Wow, that is awesome. I counted, well, it's not an exact count, but I think I've got 100 albino bristlenose plecos in this house. I really, and it might even be more. It might even be more. Dougie says 33 likes. Awesome. Pebs13 says, no, Jeffro, you are a very mellow guy. Interview was cool, and you guys kept up with the chat, which was cool. All right, thank you. Yeah. Michael says, I was expecting you to go all fangirl on him. I remember me and Mike, I think Mike had either called me or we had been texting. He had texted me one time, did you make it? And I didn't see it because Dank, when Dank was texting me, Dank would have been there. Dank would have been fanboy. That's the way it would have went. Because Dank was all stoked that I was there, like a fanboy through the text. And Dank had buried Michael's text that was like a calm, cool, collected, did you make it all right? And then like an hour later, he's like calling me like, dude, are you okay? You know, like what's going on? So yeah, it was kind of funny. And then Dank, he, because we both have iPhones, he, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. He video called me on his phone. I don't even know what I'm talking. What do you call it? Oh my God. FaceTime. He FaceTimed me. And it was kind of funny. Sherry Sweeney's Fish Room is in the house and says, hey Jeffro and everyone. What is up, Sherry? Welcome to the live stream. Mary RNH20 says it was awesome. Thank you, Mary. Priscilla says, mellow Jeffo. Jeffro, seen number comment above Corey /Plecos. Oh, okay, gotcha. Pebs, Plecos are actually the family of Laura Caridae. Oh my gosh, I butchered that. Hence the L number. That is awesome. That was supposed to be an emoji. Mellow Jeffo. That's funny. My guy. Okay. So. Yeah, Prolific Breed says, wow, 100. And the only reason why is because my youngest son, he's got some that are just producing clutches all the time, and they take forever to grow out. So I have a bunch to unload, and I've got some that we could unload right now, but we're trying to wait until they get old enough to see bristles because I want 6 males, you know. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes whenever Priscilla gets her stuff this week and how I do on shipping. If I'm able to do that, maybe I'll unload some, you know. Select Pet says, is the runt because he ate chicken nuggets? No, I haven't fed chicken nuggets yet, But I'm really not sure. I feed that tank pretty heavy. I wouldn't say that I power feed it, but I put enough food in there that everybody gets something to eat. And I mean, you know, plecos, whenever you got some dominant males in there, there's some aggression around the food every once in a while. Nothing major because the little ones take off, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think he's just a runt. I really do. Michael says, I always need to offload. LOL, I have probably 300 or so. Yeah. And, you know, I would say I probably got 60 albino, or not albino, super reds. I would say I've got 60 super red bristlenose in the house. And then I know for a fact I've got 30 commons. So, you know, I've got a lot of plecos, guys. It's just a matter of time. I just got to get, you know, I got to iron a few things out first. Tampa Tom is in the house. Hey, Jeffroz, sorry I'm late. We'll have to catch the replay later. Well, thanks for stopping in. Took a nap after work. Feeling rested right now. Well, we're going to stay going for a while as long as I've got some people here that want to have a live stream. It's my 40th one, and I'm like digging at that number. It's not really that big of a deal. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that have done a ton more live streams than this, but to me that number kind of stuck out like, wow, 40 already? It just seems like I just started live streaming, you know. Corey's Aquatics is in the house and says, hello, hello. What is up, Corey? Prolific breed, is there such thing as a super black pleco? I don't know, but if you go on Google Images prolific breed, there are some L183 plecos out there that are pretty dark. And I mean real dark. I mean, and some of them don't even really have the stripe on the tail and the top fin anymore. But they're listed as an L183. I've seen some really cool images on. That's the reason I already owned my L182s, and I was talking to Bob Steenfot about them on one of his live streams, and he goes, I like the 182s, but my favorite is the L183s. And I went to Google right then and there, and good grief, there's this one that, I mean, the bristles are just going everywhere. It just looks freaky, and it's just really, really deep black. And mine, I got to be honest with you, I got mine from the Wet Spot, and mine aren't very nice yet. I mean, they aren't. They're all blotchy. There was one time this last week that I turned on the lights at night to feed my frogs, because they come out about 10 minutes after I turn the lights off. My frogs come out and they're like chilling. Well, I turned on the lights, and whenever I did that, the tank lights came on, and whenever I did, I mean to tell you, those L183s looked terrible. I mean, they looked terrible. Sergeant Tank Pet says, the main issue with stunted growth of most Ancestris is due to pheromones which deplete the growth cycle. If you're able to incorporate a continuous drip, a ½ gallon per hour drip emitter. Yep. The only thing with that one right there to me is that none of the other plecos are, and they've all grown up at the same time, and none of them are small. That, I mean, I agree with you on the drip, but none of the others are stunted at all, and I would have thought that they would have too if that was the issue. Dougie says, I will need to bow out now, Jeff. Really tired. It's 2:26 a.m. here in Bonnie, Scotland. Great live stream as usual. Bye for now. Well, thanks a lot, Dougie. Appreciate you coming and staying on so late. And you have a good night's sleep, and we'll talk to you Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, I guarantee you're right on plecos growing slow due to the pheromone issues, but I would like to do some continuous drips. I mean, I would like to redo all of my stuff, actually. I think that continuous drip thing is really a great idea. I would love it. It's something to think about for sure. All right. Everybody saying goodnight. Pebs13 says, Jeff, are these fully aquatic frogs? The ones that I've got are tree frogs, so they're a terrestrial. They just require humidity and some moisture, but they are not, water frogs at all. They do set in their water and take in water through their rear end, and they release water through the rear end, and other stuff, of course. But so you have to take their water dish out 2 or 3 times a day and rinse it out and replenish their water with RO water, because you can't put any kind of chlorine water in there because that's going into their body, of course. So, yep. Everybody saying bye to Dougie. B-Stack says hit the like button. Thanks, Victor. Love frogs. Yeah, I love frogs too. Michael says sounds like a bad day at the doctor's office. Anything that doesn't start with P and end with O and have a LE in the middle, Michael, not that he doesn't like it, he just isn't all about it. Yeah, he is the pleco. That's, I think whenever he snores at nighttime in bed, it sounds like the word pleco is coming out of his mouth. All right, did Dank fall off, guys? I haven't seen Dank in a while. So, Aquaball says, do you have any shrimp tanks? Yep. So I've got 2 in here right now. I've got one, I got a 55-gallon breeding for profit style tank that has some fire red cherry shrimp in there. And then I've got some super red plecos in there. And then I've got some fancy guppies in there. And then over here in this 40-gallon breeder right here, I've got some wild Neocaridina shrimp that are kind of like, if you guys have ever seen Lucas Brett's Skrittles tank. I don't have as many yellows and oranges as what he gets, but the tank is still fairly new. It's probably 4 or 5 months old, but it's got some blues in there. It's got some tiger striped ones in there. It's got some greens. I've got some chocolates. I've got some root beer colored ones. I've got some reds. I've got some blacks. I've got some blacks with golden backs. It's just got a real big mixture of like the wild colors. So I call it my wild Neocaridina shrimp tank. So that's the 2 in here in this fish room. And then I got another fish room in the dining room that has a rack system of 12 10-gallon aquariums. And I've got 3 shrimp 10-gallon tanks in there. And one of them is a lower grade red cherry shrimp. And then I've got Fantasy Blue Dream shrimp tank. And then I've got a black Neocaridina shrimp tank. And then my son has kind of a Skrittles tank in his room, but they're throwing mostly really nice reds. And then every once in a while it throws a blue. And then every once in a while it throws a black and some of those tiger ones. But for the most part, his is mostly a red cherry shrimp tank. But it's got a mixture of all the wilds in there too. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 aquariums in the house that have shrimp in it. And honestly, these breeding for profit style ones that I've got where there's plecos and shrimp in there at the same time, I don't care for that, because like my shrimp tanks that I've got just shrimp only in, I can feed them whatever I want. So if I get this specialty food that I want to feed all of them, they all get to eat it. So I don't have to worry about the plecos getting in there and boom, get out of the way, and plus they can eat as a colony, they can eat without being bothered. You know, they don't have to worry about it when they're eating. They can just eat in peace. So they don't have plecos knocking them around. Mile High Pleco says, I need yellows like yesterday. Yeah, I would like to get a couple of yellows and that in there. Actually, what I really need to do is I need to probably, if I got some yellows, that would complete my Skittles colors. But I need to order some from Kyle's Wild World, like the orange ones that he's got. He's selling those for like $3 a piece. Dank is silent. Nah, he probably fell asleep. I would bet. Sometimes when he comes home from work, he falls asleep. He's working himself into the ground. I only have Neo. Haven't tried Caradina yet. Yes, I follow Lucas. He sent me to Jeffroz ages ago. Awesome. Aquaball says, awesome. You have to show us all the shrimps one day. You know what? I probably haven't done an update video on shrimp in a long time. My Fantasy Blue Dreams are just now really getting going. I think they've had 2 real good hatches. My black Neocaradinas, they're on fire right now. There are some of them that are throwing a little bit of blue on the bottom side of their tail a little bit. So, but they still look really, really dark and you can't see the blue. I haven't really culled in that tank at all. So what I really need to do is they start getting I really need to start looking at them and culling out the blue ones. Like I took a real blue one out of my black tank today, and by some people's standards it's going to look black, but it had a little bit too much blue in it for me, so I threw it in here in this wild aquarium to add some more blue in there. Maybe try to get some purple shrimp. But yeah, I will definitely work on that. I don't think in the past my shrimp videos don't do as good as my pleco videos, but I really do need to do an update video one of these days. I can actually put that on my list. Show us the shrimp. Gosh, I went way down. I'll trade you plecos for your yellows. I don't really have any. Like, I've got one that when it was younger it looked yellow, but now it looks more like a cream, and it's only one, so I mean that wouldn't help you, you know. Tampa Tom says, I'm still new to the hobby, but my newest thing is cherry shrimp. Loving the shrimp. Yeah, I love shrimp too. At one time in this aquarium, I think I had probably 400 or 500. And I haven't sold any of the reds in a while, because the last time that I sold reds, I also sold some of my blacks. And on my blacks, I'm probably going to have to hold off on them and let them really build up again, because I got rid of some to my LFS about a month ago, and then I'm let. Okay. Have you guys been losing me? Have you guys been losing me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. You're back now? Okay, good. Good grief. Okay. I'm looking at it and it looks like I'm live, so. Yeah. It did it twice here, too. Like, it just completely left. And everything on my end is great. Like, my numbers are perfect. Like, my numbers are actually better than what they usually are. That was a YouTube thing. It kind of aggravates me, but on the replay it doesn't even show up really. Okay, little blips here and there, little blips here and there. Yep, I'm back. 4, 5, 6. What? Priscilla? Yeah, I know. The problem is whenever you lose people, like whenever you drop your live stream and then it comes back, you start losing people. So like you've got this really rocking and rolling live stream, and I'm the same way. Like Lucas's last cell phone that he had, man, it was getting pretty bad. I was feeling bad for him there for a while because I was always the same way. Like I wanted to just hang in there. Like I don't care if it goes down. I'll still keep on coming back, you know. But even me, it was getting to me. His was bad. His new phone is hardly ever doing it anymore. So I'm wondering if like his antenna on his old phone was getting bad for a long time. But yeah, I'm only 5 feet. Well, 5 feet. I'm only like 7 feet away from my router, and I don't know. Maybe I should try to think about hardwiring it. You know what I mean? But all my stuff on my end is showing up excellent. Like I'm 15% above what you have to have a good live stream. So yeah, that's usually what happens is somebody might possibly be definitely hardwiring it. It's a priority. I've heard that before, and yeah, I probably need to do that. So Peb says Jeffroz hardwire is much better. Yeah, and I don't know why I haven't done that. I really don't. It's probably because it just has to be done. Maybe I'll put that on a priority list to get it done. I remember back in the day, whenever Corey was having issues, his cable was long or something. I can't remember. So Aquarium Co-op says your stream only allows me to view at 480. Normally you are on a higher resolution. Huh. Well, I know that I've got it set on low latency, and I think I'm normally on normal latency. But whenever I went to Jeremy's last weekend, we changed it to low because of his internet, and I started to move it back today, but I thought, no, I shouldn't. Maybe that is what the problem is. Jeremy touched it. Yeah, I can still blame Jeremy, right? Yeah, Peb says I'm a gamer and hardwiring it is a priority. Yeah, I agree, and I'm not very far away from my router, so I could hardwire it. That wouldn't be a problem at all. Hey Kobe. Yeah, everyone's saying hi to Corey. Digging Corey's videos from Peru. I'm really digging those. I always like Corey's videos, but these are just extra special. You're kind of proud that he got to go and do it. You know what I mean? Like, really? LMAO? What are you talking about, Jeremy? Oh, I never did ever change it back to normal latency. Yeah, I'm like, what? What are you talking about, Jeremy? Peru videos are awesome. Yep, they are. I showed you how to change it. Yeah, I was going to change it back, but then I started second guessing myself that, well, maybe I already had it on low latency, so I left it at low latency, but nobody's been complaining the whole time until I started to crash down a little bit there. And then Corey said that he can only watch it in 480p. It's like, God. I mean, I'm watching it on my big screen right now, and it's at 1080. It looks good. I mean, it's crystal clear. I don't know. I can't change it while I'm live streaming though. It was on normal latency originally. I thought so, but I was second guessing myself today, and then no one has complained all this time. Hardwire. My vote is hardwire. 480 here. Wow. No one complained at all. All this time it's been in 480. That would suck. Maybe it makes me look better. Yeah, I can't change it while I'm going for sure because I tried to do that Wednesday night. Let me knock this down here out of the way real quick. I know it won't let me change it. Yeah, it's all grayed out. It doesn't allow you. Well, if you guys promise to come right back, I can shut this just like your audio. My audio isn't in 480. Oh, just like my audio, no one said anything. I get it. If you guys want, I can still go for a long time, so what I can do is I can shut it down, change the setting real quick and see if that helps, and then we'll be right back. Dank says, seems fine to me. Well, let's try it. So I'm going to shut it off for a minute, and it'll probably make me start a whole new live stream because I have to wait until it actually allows me to change it, and it takes a minute. So, what do you guys vote? No, don't. Okay, everybody vote. If you guys want me to keep on going the way it is and I'll just change it before the next live stream, or do you want me to shut it down and make you guys change the setting? You guys let me know. I'll wait. I'm glad I made you guys do a vote. You guys are all saying keep going. I'm neutral. I don't care either way. You wimp. Come on. You little wimp. Video isn't important unless you're trying to show something. Audio is more important. Yeah, I agree. Especially since whenever you're ugly like me, that 480 probably makes me look pretty good. But anyhow, Corey, since you are on here, if it is Corey and not Jimmy, I'm really proud for you that you got to go to Peru, because I'm pretty positive that you had never got to go on one of those collection trips, and that made me really proud for you. You know, I love seeing your success. Early 30s to mid 30s, something like that. I can't remember your exact age. It's really nice to see how successful you are, and I really enjoy seeing you over there in Peru, and it's really, really nice. I'm really happy for you. That's what I'm feeling whenever I'm watching these videos over in Peru. I'm just happy that you got to go. It's really nice. And the people that you got to go with, too. You know, Dwayne and Dean and Joseph. You know, it's like the Rat Pack of the fish hobby over there, you know. I mean, and that's probably a poor saying, you know. I can't think of a better, you know what I mean? And there went that foot in the mouth, the Rat Pack of the fish fam. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody is saying keep it on. Yeah, 480 here. Mile High, touch the screen. There is 3 dots on the top right. Hit it. It says quality. See what happens. LOL. Those shirts are fire. Thanks, Dank. It's just, I actually wish that there was more of a gap here and that the letters were a little bigger. That's what I wish. My son designed it and put it all on, oh, what do you call it whenever you can see through it? Oh my gosh, my mind is not working right. Clear? No, it's not clear. There's a word for it. Transparent. So he made it all to where it was transparent because I was wanting to put it on a black shirt, and the font just needs to be a little taller, I think, maybe a little fatter and taller, and then there needs to be more of a gap. Let's turn it to this other one where you guys can see it. To me, there needs to be more of a gap right here. But I'm going to run it for a while like this. It's a lot of work to get that done. So change back to this one. Yeah, I think I linked it at the beginning of this, and then it'll be down in the description if you guys ever want to order one. No pressure at all. I mostly designed it so I could have something to wear. Because I did get the sweatshirt too, and I love the sweatshirt because I wear sweatshirts probably 7 months out of the year, 7 or 8 months out of the year, and I'm really in the sweatshirt's nice. I love the black. Corey's ears. That's funny, Priscilla. It's Corey. Jimmy gets spanked when he talks on my account. Uh-oh. That's funny. Dank says 40 and 41 doubleheader back to back. You don't want no smoke. What? Better than Facebook. Sup, Corey or Jimmy? Whoever you're. It's Corey. Mikey. Pebs13 says, I feel like I know you all crazy, LOL, and I am new-ish. Well, it's nice to have you here. Pebs13, our community is growing, and what I found, there are some, you know, not so good people out there like there is always, but for the most part, our Fish Fam community is awesome. We all help each other. We need something, we find out the answers, and we get it to you. And we all, you know, for the most part, we're all great, good, helping, caring people, you know. That's one really awesome thing about our community. So welcome to our community. We will, and we're always talking about everybody else that does the same thing that we do. You know, there's a lot of good content out there that I just use as TV. I hardly ever watch any TV anymore. I watch Sports Center in the morning. Every once in a while, I got to where I don't do that as much anymore, but I watch Sports Center in the mornings, like the Golick and Wingo show. And then every once in a while, I watch Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons every once in a while. And then big sporting events. All sports. I watch all sports. But that's pretty much all I watch on cable TV anymore. It's all full of Fish Fam YouTubers. You know, I'm watching YouTube videos all the time. Making videos and watching videos. I'm not married. I'm completely single. I have no life. So I'm just a complete full-fledged YouTuber. You know. Dank Tank says, Jeffro, we gonna do Peru next year? Dank, wouldn't that be fun? I guarantee you I wouldn't be wearing some of that, but I'm sure some of the gear that Corey and everyone was wearing was a must. Like the sun, Corey was saying it one day, the sun is like at a different level there, so it probably would burn my butt off. So I'm sure a lot of that was a must, but I remember in the first video that Corey put out, the shoes that he bought, they were a no-go. You just pretty much got to just suck it up. And like even the one that Joseph put up yesterday, he like was bending his legs up and he had like muck boots or mud boots or whatever you want to call them, and they were full of water. So like there's probably just no getting around it. You just get down and get dirty. You know, I don't know. Maybe eventually in one of these videos, Corey will talk about what tennis shoes will be my go-to for the next trip. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, that's, you just got to get down and dirty. You know, I mean, because all the different terrain that they're going through and stuff, those really nice shoes that he bought, that if I remember right, they were really expensive. They just weren't working for what they were going through. It was holding him up, you know. Sandy Doty says, me too, Jeff. Tampa Tom says, just my 29-gallon tank gets more attention than my TV. That is right. That was another thing that I was talking earlier in the stream about Rob from Flip Aquatics video that he posted this week. And I love at the end, whenever he does those fish room tours, where he says, if you've got any advice, and he was just talking about the elderly gentleman that he was at his home. He was talking about how you need to spend time observing all of your fish and all of your aquariums so that whenever there's something that happens that's wrong with them, you notice it. And that really sticks out in your head. I mean, I spend hours, like I said, guys, I'm single. I don't have a life. I mean, I'm all the time just going and gazing at things. You know, I go out to the summer ponds and I'm just watching. I mean, there's duckweed all over the place, so I scrape it all back and I'm sitting there watching them. And you have to really observe all of your fish, all of your plecos. You know, that's why at nighttime I go and look at those L183s. They're very, very nocturnal right now, but I've got to take a peek at them every once in a while and figure out, are they okay? Because whenever there's something going on that's wrong, you need to be able to notice that difference. I thought that was really good. That's what I was trying to come up with earlier, and it's kind of hard when you don't have that video pulled up to reference it, but that was some really good advice. And it makes sense. Select Pet says, I think when I move and make my new fish room, I'm putting a TV on the wall and autoplay fish fan videos. Well, I'll tell you, at Jeremy's studio, it's in the middle of all of his fish rooms, kinda. His fish rooms are all around in the basement. And then his studio is right there in the middle, and then right across from his desk, he's got a flat screen TV up on the wall, and he was watching, was it Dwayne Kitchell's live stream the other day whenever he got back from Peru, and yeah, while we were just sitting there talking, it was there. Now mine is kind of the same situation, but my desk is up against a wall, and then I've got my flat screen on kind of a homemade table that I've made, and yeah, I've got all of my laptops hooked in to where they will go into the big screen TV. I'm old, you know what I mean? Mortal Slayer 82 says happy 40th, by the way, Jeffro. By the way, guys, I'm older than 40. He said happy 40th, by the way. I'm older than 40, but this is just my 40th live stream. So, yeah, Candy says, holy crap, you're still going. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, guys, Dank had to work late. Michael had a thing where he had to go pick, well, he had a thing. Michael was on late because he had to go pick up his daughter. He had a thing. No, he had to go pick up his daughter. And I kind of thought about this earlier, and I just warned my oldest daughter and my 16-year-old son that, hey guys, I'm probably going to go late tonight. And you hate ever talking about that at the beginning of the stream, but I just felt like it tonight. So there's still 27 people here, so we'll just keep on going. There's a lot of people that like the late night, Saturday night streams, even though I did start at 7 p.m. Central. Like right now, it's almost 9. It's only 7 on the West Coast, so, I mean, it's not late there. Pebs13 says, okay, question, weird one. Why does everyone have their nickname as... I'm going to have to finish that one. I am not, well, I can't say that because Candy's here. Well, Candy's heard me say this before. I'm not blonde, but I'm kind of blonde up here. I don't get it, Pebs. You're going to have to finish it. I'm missing probably one letter, too. Yeah, Candy. He probably, yeah, always. He does miss you. Aww. Tampa Tom says, Crocs are great water shoes. I use them for fishing. Tampa Tom, I use them for house shoes too. They're old people shoes, man. I mean, like, they're so comfortable. Plus, if you do lose them in the water, they float. You know, that's another nice thing. You know, so like if you were afraid that they would float away, you could tether them to you somehow or something, you know. But the only thing I would say about the Crocs is traction wise, sneakers are better traction wise, you know, because sneakers have some real aggressive tread on some of them that you can get that really dig on those slippery little hillsides down. I mean, you've seen the videos, I'm sure. They're in some pretty rough terrain. It does look like they're able to drive, in what it sounds like they're able to drive a lot closer than what they thought. They thought they were going to have to be really going through the jungle, you know. I mean, they are, but not as bad as what they thought, it sounds like. But still, the terrain that they're walking through, the Crocs, I don't know that I would bet my life on it. But wait, last time you said you were 38. No, I never said that I was 38, except for 4 years ago when I was 38. I said I was 38. But right now I'm 42 years old, Priscilla, and I don't tell people I don't care. I mean, I'm okay with being 42, so I would never tell you that I'm 38 at all. That was somebody else, Priscilla. um, yeah. Select Pet says you may be up really late, Jeffro. With all these time zones, people may keep getting on. Yeah, I know, and I'm okay with that. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous, he used to still come on whenever I would go on. Like right now is whenever I used to go on Wednesday nights, because Dan's Fish goes on, like right now it's 9 p.m. Central where I'm at. And Dan's Fish on Wednesday nights would go, he still does, would go 8 p.m. Central. And I would, during the baseball season, I was going live after him, and it would be like 2 or 3 in the morning for Dougie, and he would still be coming on, you know. And you gotta hand it to the guy. He enjoys the live streams, and great supporter, you know. And like just a little bit ago, he said, "I gotta bow out, guys. It's 2:30 in the morning here," you know. So yeah, so 9 o'clock is 3 a.m. for him. So on Wednesday nights during the baseball season, he didn't miss very many. He really didn't, and it was 3 a.m. when it would start. So that's crazy, you know. But I've caught some of those late night LR Brett's Aquatics live streams. Like there was one that I vividly remember. I was having trouble sleeping, and I tossed and turned for like an hour, and I got up at like 2 in the morning, and I just came over here and got the computer turned on and just started surfing. And like 2:45, 3 a.m., Lucas went live, and he was digging rainbow eggs, I believe, if I remember right, off of a spawning mop. And it was an awesome live stream. You know, it was like the mad scientist in his garage at 3 in the morning. And there it would have been 4 in the morning, because he's on the Eastern time zone. Let's see. Oh, I need to go down here and see how much trouble I am for getting snippy with Priscilla. If you lose me in the water, I float too, Punchy says. That's funny. Sandy, okay. Ooh. So, Corey said they saw a monitor and a caiman. That is awesome. I saw a comment from Sandy and then it just went way down. Perhaps. Hello. Yeah, I would have never told anyone that I was 38 for sure, because I'm cool with being 42. I mean, I don't feel like I'm really, really old. I don't look like, I mean, I get some weird looks. My 24-year-old daughter, I mean, you know, she gets asked sometimes when we're out in public, "Is that your boyfriend?" You know, I mean, like, I'm not at that age where, I mean, I've got some gray in my beard, you know, here and there, but, you know, I mean, I don't know, 42 doesn't look really, really gigantically old, you know, I mean, I don't feel old, I don't ever think about it, and I don't feel uncomfortable that I'm 42, so I know for sure I would have never told anyone that I was 38, for sure. Nothing better than a late night stream, says Candy Overalls. Yep. Yeah, helps you get your mind off of things. Select Pet. I catch Captain Savage Aquatics live streams at 3 a.m. sometimes on my commute home. Awesome. I've never got to catch one of his yet. I'm friends with Jason from Fish Tropic, which I don't believe he's here tonight, and he shares a lot of it out. Gosh, I'm friends with him on Facebook and, you know, other stuff too, but I've never got to catch one yet. Dank says, but I love shrimp plecos and rummy nose and koi bettas. You got a koi betta now too, Dank. And turtles. Dank's got some turtles. Yeah, Candy says, oh good, then 47 can't be that old. Yeah, no doubt, right? Back whenever we were kids, we used to think 47 was old, but now that we're there, I mean, like, I was wondering if, whenever I was 39, if it was going to start bothering me when I got ready to turn 40, and it never did. It never did ever bother me, you know? I mean, and yeah, exactly. Pebs is saying exactly what I just said. It's funny because I'm 28 and Jeffro is 42. We're like brothers. I forget that you're 28, Dank. You're not 28. Maybe you are. I know Michael is, but I was thinking you were 32, Dank. Priscilla says, I always forget how tall I am. Yeah, I bet you do. Oh, boy. Jeffro, would you ever keep a discus tank? Ugh. I love discus. I've got a video that'll be coming out, not this coming week, but the following week, that has some discus in it. And then next weekend, I'm going to John Bedker's. He's a guy that lives here in Iowa. I'm going to drive out to his place. It's about an hour and 45 minutes away from me. He texted me a picture the other day, and he's got a really awesome show tank in there, discus in there. I mean, I've always loved discus, but I got to try to say this without hurting any feelings, because it's not like I've got anything against discus. It's just, you know, those tall fish, kind of like discus and angelfish and stuff like that, they just don't go with my setup, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I would have to have a tank just for them, you know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I love them. They're beautiful. I mean, like the videos that I've been seeing on the Scottish Aquatics, he's got some really pretty tanks. I mean, some planted aquariums with some discus in them, you know, and I'm sure John Bedker's is going to be beautiful, you know. I mean, I've seen some little glimpses, and I can't wait. So I guess my answer right now is I wouldn't say I would never keep discus or have a discus tank, but I don't have any plans. That's a good way of saying it, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm talking down on discus at all, because I'm not. I love them. They're beautiful. I'm just not ready for them yet, or I guess the way to answer it is I don't have any plans in the near future of keeping a discus. Turbofish is in the house, and I haven't seen Turbofish on a Jeffroz FishKeeping live stream in forever. That is awesome. Thanks for stopping in. And I just heard the other day that your name is Jeff too, and I thought it was AJ, so that is awesome. I never knew that. Valley Fish is in the house. What is up, man? Welcome to the live stream. Mortal Slayer 82 says, don't forget you from earlier was driving and was having my wife type her name. Let's see. Priscilla had a good little question there, and I went way down in it. What's your favorite natisse fish? What is a natisse fish? Native fish, maybe? Is that what you're meaning? Is native fish? Yeah, Corey, boo! Discus hater! Yeah, no kidding. You got to be careful, because I can remember Bob saying, oops, I probably lost some subscribers there, because there was some type of fish that he didn't care for. Like, I don't know if it was flower horn or what it was, and he was like, oh, I probably lost some subscribers there. But no, I mean, I love discus. They are gorgeous. I just don't really have anything planned with them yet. Don't get me started. Let's see here. What's your favorite native fish? Native like here, Priscilla? Let me go back down here. Yeah, native, sorry. Golly. Like, Ted Judy, is it Ted Judy, Ted's Fish Room or whatever? He was down where I'm from in southern Missouri last month, and he was filming underwater, and some of those sunfish, so like, you know, we would call them perch or sunfish, something like that, whenever I was growing up. Those things, they're pretty nice. I don't know where the longfin white cloud minnows are from, where they're native to, but those to me as a minnow species are awesome. I love the longfin white cloud minnows. Killifish, like I just got some gardener eye killifish. Those and the longfin white cloud minnows were on my list of things to get next, and I may or may not have just got some killifish. So, yeah. Turbofish said, God has spoken. Boo. Punchy says, I had a 75-gallon planted discus tank for years. Awesome. I know this one is going to blow down or way up into the chat when I scroll down to read this one. That's how it does. Okay, so Tampa Tom. Corey says, I'm a discus hater. You're among friends. That is funny. Yep, you got to be careful. Anyone see chicken lips lately? You know what? I haven't seen chicken lips. You know, the last time I actually saw him, he commented on one of my videos, and it was a real quirky, funny comment. And that was it. I mostly always saw him on Corvus's, Joel's channel. That's mostly where I saw chicken lips. But yeah, I haven't either. That is kind of weird. Turbofish. Dank says discus are cool looking, but they can be pretty inactive. I love the way they film. I filmed some this last weekend, and whenever you're coming in for a slow little panning shot like this, if there's like 3 or 4 of them that are kind of setting, kind of like what you would call a column, they'll kind of both at the exact same time go like this. So I got one shot where I was kind of coming like this on a little slow panning shot towards them, kind of at an angle, and like 3 of them were like in a column sitting here like this, and they all 3 went straight up at the same time, and they were almost unison. It was kind of cool. So they would film good, and that's what I'm kind of about too. But I'm just not ready to get into the discus world. Jeremy says, I feed discus to my betta. That is funny. TM Aquatic says, kept discus, beautiful fish, dry, needy, and not much of a personality, in my opinion. Yep, definitely. You go to Sergeant Tank Pets, and he's got these fish that are just coming up to you like, hello, how you doing? And then he's got that one that a few weeks ago he did a Facebook post video, and she was moving rocks in a pile with her mouth to get his attention. You know, that's personality right there. You're not going to see a discus do that. And again, I'm not hating on discus, promise. It's just I've got some inlers that have a great personality, that you walk through my dining room and they see you and they'll come from the back of the tank and just come up to the front of the tank, and they're just like, hello. You know, that's awesome. You feel it. You notice it. And it's not even when they're hungry or anything, honestly. Peb says, I need a personality with my fish, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Let's see. Sarge, you got a fanboy? Yes, I totally agree. Peb says there's some new patterns, colors that breeders are doing for both discus and angels. Yeah. And like some of my favorite angelfish, and that's another fish that I don't hate, but yeah, I got to be careful what I say here. But like the platinum angels are just gorgeous. Like Dan's fish room video that he did today, I'm pretty sure those angels behind him in the video were platinum ones. Those platinum ones are just really slick. Priscilla, that's where the native like here question came in. White cloud mountain minnows are native to China. Yep. Okay. That's probably one of my favorite native fish right now, but they're not native to us. But whenever you were saying native, it made me think of Ted Judy's video on the sunfish, because those are beautiful too. They're kind of like a discus, mixed between a discus and like a, they're perch is what they are. It's kind of hard to explain, but they've got some pretty colors to them too. Whoa, went way down in the chat there. Okay, Candy says Jeffroz FishKeeping, aka Discus Hater. Who called you Matt, Dank? Priscilla says, Jeff, it's because those are the Endler I sent you. We have good conversations. Yeah, those Endlers are friendly too. Like anytime they're still in a tub, and anytime I can't find them, I'll take my little glass thermometer and drop down in the water, and it's just like it shines in the water for them for a split second, and then they come over there and they're like, hello. That's anytime I want to see my rainbow tiger endlers in the tub out there, and they're off in the guppy grass somewhere, I just drop that little thermometer down in there and they just come a running. Pebs13 says, Jeffro, I was looking at your videos on endlers, pretty cool with personality. Yep, and I've got more. I can't really talk about them right now, but I've got tons of endlers now, guys. But you'll see that coming up really, really soon, I promise. 54 Punchy says, my pearl scale goldfish have tons of personality. They eat out of my hand. That is cute. I've been, my panda guppies and my rainbow tiger endlers out in the summer tubs. I've been catching the fry in my hand slowly and calmly ever since they were little, bitty baby fry, and then slowly releasing them to try to kind of get some tameability out of them. I'm just trying it as like a research type of thing, because this was my first year doing summer tubs, and honestly I'd never tried to catch a goldfish with my hand. Whenever you're viewing things from up above, you come up with different ideas, and it was just like, wow, I'm going to start catching these. And every time my youngest son catches them, I tell him, catch them slowly, don't make them struggle, and then release them slowly and stuff, and then they're just going to, after a while, know that you're cool with it. And I haven't had any really struggle. I mean, the adults down in the bottom, they don't like to get up there and let you do it. The male every once in a while lets me, but okay. So TM Aquatic says, although discus got me my highest viewed video at 228K, that will do it. That will do it. Yep. It's sad to say my highest viewed video is like at 24,500 right now. Might be higher than that now. I don't watch it as closely anymore, but it's not a fish keeping video, it's a fish bait video. Prior to making fish keeping videos, I made fishing videos, and that one really did good. And yeah, you gotta keep those discus in your heart for that highest video. Jesse Tank says, Jeffro, I agree with what you said about discus. I wait 3 years to start keeping them. I have 3 now. I need more because they actually are very aggressive when less than in school. Oh, gotcha. Yep. I know one thing. Anytime I hear that, sometimes you kind of hear people say they do better in schools of, 10 or more, blah, 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 and you kind of think, man, are they just saying that to sell you more fish? But I try to stick with what studies show, and if studies show that, and it might not even be a study, that's probably a poor word, but If you know your fish guy says 10 or more, they do better in schools at 10 or more, or 6 or more. I always try to get a little bit more than that because my tiger bar, well, my son's community aquarium, he's got probably 22 or more tiger barbs, you know, different colors and stuff like that, but they never have any fin nipping issues or anything. They school, they just boom, boom, boom. Everything is great. But I've had some issues whenever you keep it less. I've kept tiger barbs in the past, and these guys are great. I mean, the more of them you have, the better. It's like they're just, they're, I think a lot of times what it is also is they forget about the chase because they get redirected. Kind of like I've got a kid that's got ADHD, and all you got to do is just like whenever he was younger, like we were at the dentist one time, and he was throwing a little bit of a fit, not a big one by no means, but I just seen a squirrel out the window, and I just got to talking about the squirrel, and he loves squirrels, and he's like, dude, you know, and before you know it, he forgot all about that. Well, I think schoolings are the same way, you know. I mean, there's a lot less issues with nipping and stuff like that because there's a flash of this one over here. Oh, wait, that guy's going to try to get in on my girlfriend. I got to, and then he forgets about even picking on this one. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I kind of feel about it. But, more like stank. Did he just lift and fart? No, that was my pump. Yeah, it's a gas pump, you know, to my chair, my desk. Whenever I swiveled it, hit my foot. I probably missed a bunch in the chat here, guys, so I hope I don't make anyone upset because the chat just went. I noticed there's 30 people in the chat now, so Pebs13 says, to be honest, I never knew what Endlers were before I saw your videos. Awesome. Well, I'm an Endler lover. I'm a live bearer lover. I keep mostly live bearers. You know, I've got swordtails, I've got platies, like this little 55-gallon tank back here. I was sitting there this morning just staring at that tank, and I've got some really cool platies in there. Some really cool colors are coming out of that tank, and then I've got some guppies and some Endlers, and yeah, I mostly keep live bearers. Everything I know is in the house, and it was so funny this week. I get an email on sometimes whenever someone subscribes to me, and I got an email that everything I know subscribed to you, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. Everything I know is subscribed to me. Yeah, I seen Select Pet say, hi, EIK. I'm like, EIK? I get it. As far as I know, he applied for a Corey. Oh, are they asking about my monetization? Yeah. The day that I hit 1,000, Jeremy actually sent me a text. I was working and I wasn't paying attention that day. I hadn't paid attention that I was even close that morning, actually. I was just really busy that day. But anyhow, Jeremy sent me a text and said, hey, you just went over 1,000. Get that monetization sent in, blah, 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 blah. Well, the first time I monetized my channel a long time ago, before they took it away at the beginning of the year, I can remember it being maybe a day or so, and it was done. You know, I don't remember it being a long time. Well, I had heard in the YouTube community that it was taking a while to get it done. Like, I had heard stories of 2 months, I'd heard stories of 2 weeks. Anyhow, long story short, whenever I clicked on the monetization button on my channel to get this going, it went directly to the last step, which is them to review it, because I had everything checked off. I think I'm at like 7,000 hours of watch time for the last year. I mean, 4,000 is the minimum or whatever, you know. So anyhow, the first time whenever I checked it, it said that you will get a response typically within a week, is what it said. And now whenever you go to it, it says typically within a month. You know, it's a real vague answer. I'm not upset about it. Every once in a while, it just makes you kind of wonder why, you know, what's the deal? I have no channel strikes against me. I have no issues. You know, I would be aware of it if I did. I mean, what is there to really do, you know? I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't understand what it's all about, you know. Maybe there's something else they got to go through. Maybe they're getting ready to up it to 2,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they're getting ready to make it, well, to be monetized, you have to have 8,000 watch hours and 2,000 subscribers, Jeffroz. So better luck next time. I'm not in any kind of hurry. I mean, you know, I made the goals that they set forth, and I'm just going to keep on going with it. And, you know, I've never gotten paid for doing this anyhow, so what's the difference? Turbofish says, I use endlers for feeders. Whoops. Yep, Jeremy does too. He's got some fish that I saw the other day that only eat either endler fry or guppy fry right now. They're so picky. They will starve themselves until he puts some endler fry or guppy fry in there. I'm not that in love with endlers. Like, if I had a piranha, I would feed them fry. You know, I'm good in that way. But what do you mean by blackwater, please? Blackwater is a term that we use when tannins are released into the water and makes it look like a root beerish color or like a tea color. You can get those tannins in the water with different types of leaves and different types of woods. And so, like, I've got one aquarium. Well, I've actually got two aquariums that are kind of a blackwater setup right now, and it's a mopani wood that is releasing the tannins into the water. And mopani wood is a real hard wood, so it doesn't rot. It will last a long time, and whenever you've got some plecos that like to eat on wood, it's a good thing to have in the water. Plus, the tannins that are in the water can have like an antibacterial or antifungal, or someone that's in the chat, if I'm saying that wrong, help correct me there, but medicinal properties. You know, the tannins leached out can have some medicinal helps, you know, for minor things, not anything major or anything. But Dank is answering the question just like what I said. Cool. Jesse Tank says, Jeffro, check your Instagram when you have time. I sent you a pic of my beautiful royal blue tipped discus pair. Well, I'll check it right now, Jesse. Did you send it to my direct message, Jesse? After years of fish keeping, I prefer tanks with a lot of just a few species over community tanks. You sent it on my Instagram, Jesse? Because I'm not seeing a DM. Did you send it a long time ago? Maybe I looked at it and forgot about it. So Jesse, okay. There we go. All those are no longer available, dude. You'll have to resend it, Jesse. Sorry about that. After years... Okay, I already read that one. So, Dank says... People keep fish because they like to see them. Blackwater makes that more difficult, etc. Yeah, I like blackwater tanks, though. I think it gives off a cool look. Stream health just went down for a second. Matt, bro, what the... Oh, boy, I missed out on that. Okay, so Dank says, okay, so I'm going to use Jeffro's stream for business. LOL, JK, JK. But I will email everyone when it's a guarantee. I don't want to count my chicken before they hatch. But hopeful to have 18 October. But hopeful to have 18 October. What? What does that mean? Lots of the water in Peru was black water, but the TDS was like 9 ppm. Good grief. I also enjoyed when Corey was talking about the water at that collection site where you guys were at that first day, and that instantly threw it into my mind. I'm sure you guys are documenting all that whenever you're collecting it, what water parameters were and stuff. I was like, wow, that's next level in the video. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty cool. I'm really digging it. Boom, 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 boom. I got a pet frog in my fish room. He's an inside-outside frog, wild one that has figured out how to come in and out of house. Uh-oh. Priscilla says, our water is weird as blank. TDS really low, but we faux show have lots of different minerals. I'm like ad-libbing faux show. Dank Tank says, I know you too, loser. God, you're not making much sense to me, Dank. Maybe it's because I'm way off in the chat too. I'll just go down here. Who cares? Okay, so Dank says, I want to get a tank into the Real Fish Talk studio. Everyone, pound that. What? Oh, you mean like a vivarium? That would be cool. That was cool. Peru, yes it was. Frogs on Real Fish Talk? Oh, that would be kind of cool. Dank does know his stuff, if anyone's listening. Real Frog Talk, RFT. Oh my gosh, yeah, Dank is very, very knowledgeable. It would be a good, talk, but that kind of takes away from the fish talk, yeah. But you could do it as a spoofy type thing, you know. On RFT Real Frog Talk today. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I guarantee. I mean, people like Dank, so I mean, it would work. It would work. Dank doesn't know poop emoji. That is funny. Jeffro don't like me no more. I love you, Priscilla. What do you mean? I was just saying I give up. I was just saying faux show. It was just something was spelled differently. So I just said faux show. No big deal. Okay, our water is weird as blank. So I'm not saying the cuss word. TDS really low, but we faux show have lots of different minerals. We do. So, okay, we do have lots of minerals. So I was just spicing it up a little bit, Priscilla. Let's see. My pearl scale tank is named the Real Fish Tanks. Pearl scales are Kobe, Jimmy, and Corvus. That's funny, Punchy. That is funny. Nope, but I have a bunch. I know a bunch of... Oh, Danky. Danky. LOL. My prints from Priscilla. Oh, yeah, they're great. Yeah, it was, Jeremy. Yep. Aquaball says, how did you get in the fish hobby? Oh gosh, well, I say never. I had a couple of like little, I had a couple of little like goldfish bowls when I was little, nothing special. But yeah, um, but I wanted more, but my parents really wouldn't let me, you know. So whenever I got my own place, I moved out when I was 17. When I got my own place, one of the first things I did was went and got an aquarium and started out with like smaller fish like mollies and tiger barbs and some goldfish. My ex-wife liked goldfish, and then I got into some like I just went all out and got a great big 125, and got some pacu fish and some catfish and some big plecos, and kept those for quite a few years and stayed kind of small. I never got the MTS, and then moved here and downsized and kind of got out of the hobby for a while, and then got back in the hobby but stayed small. And over the last year to 2 years, I've really started getting the MTS. You know, just gotta have it. Right now I'm doing a pretty good job though. Jesse Tank says, I think I will put shrimp in my 24 by 24 by 12 like you suggested. If I had a lot of plecos like you, I would do the grow out tank idea. Yeah, I love that platform. Don't use the R word, Matt. Good info, Dank. I'm going to get fruit flies coming soon, so I have them ready for the frogs, figuring on feeding them to my fish in the meantime. Yep. The R word. Yes, Punchy, get Melongaster Mells. They're the best beginners. Karen D is in the house. Who has the pearl scale for scale? Pearl scale for sale. That is Punchy, I think. I will do that, Dank. We're at the bottom of the chat. So, if we go about 20 more minutes, we're at 3 hours. I think we'll stop there. We'll stop in another 20 minutes, I think. We've still got 29 people here, which is amazing. I'm glad. I'm happy. It's been a good stream, guys. I need to probably talk a little bit about the upcoming videos, because I wanted to break off and talk about it a little bit, but I just never did get to it. But the 5 videos that I've got made that came from last weekend's visit with Jeremy are done. I've got them all scheduled on YouTube. I've got them spread out over the next 2.5 weeks, and they're great. I mean, they're really good. You guys that didn't get to see the live stream last Saturday night, where I set Jeremy down in his studios at his house, and I interviewed him, and you know, he did not have days of prep on those questions either, you know, so you got to hand it to him. He was kind of on a hot seat, but you know, it wasn't like I was asking him hard jerk questions, you know, or trying to pin him into hard questions. You know, they were honest, good questions, you know. But if you guys didn't get to see that live stream, I did edit that live stream down. I edited it in half. It's really hard to edit Jeremy, because to give an answer, Jeremy gives some long stuff that, you know, I mean, I guess long story short, he's hard to edit. And it was an hour and 6 or 7 minute live stream, and I got it edited down to 30 minutes of just the actual interview. So that is coming out this Monday, and then the next video after that, this coming Thursday, is going to be the Sergeant Tank Pets fish room tour. And I believe, if I remember right, other than on Jeremy's channel, other than that, I think the last time that another YouTuber other than Jeremy came in, I think was maybe October or November of last year. I might be wrong, when Corey and Jimmy filmed it. So You know, I'm sure there's different stuff since they were there, so, you know, I did my best. I think it's like a 20-minute video, something like that. I like it. I think it turned out good. And then the following week, I can't remember what order they're in. Yeah, I do. So the following week, the Monday, is an unboxing from Sergeant Tank Pets. I brought home some livestock, and I did an unboxing video. And then next Thursday is Jeremy took me to a fish store. It's actually an aquarium gallery. It's Watercolors Aquarium Gallery in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He took me there. The owner was going to try to be there. He's in Jeremy's fish club, but he wasn't able to make it. So me and Jeremy had free reign of the place. And yeah, I think that video ended up being like 18 minutes long. And really nice place. There's some fish in there that I couldn't buy anywhere around me, you know, so really nice place. I think the video turned out pretty good. And then the next video after that, Jeremy's aquarium club that he's in, Grand Valley Fish Club. I think it's Grand Valley Fish Club or Grand Valley Aquarium Club. Can't remember, but it's Grand Valley something, another club. The one that Jeremy is in and has been in for the last couple or 3 years. He's on the board now, but the vice president of the club, the one that contacts the big speakers and stuff out there in YouTube land, Chris Carpenter, Jeremy set it up with him that we come out. Grand Valley Aquarium Club. Sorry, Jeremy, no disrespect at all. I was just trying to remember off the top of my head, but Jeremy had it set up with Chris Carpenter, the vice president of the Grand Valley Aquarium Club, for us to come to his house and do a fish room tour. And the dude is so awesome. I mean, he knows his stuff too, and that video really turned out good. He has some knowledge in this video that I think a lot of you guys, I mean, I ended up putting a disclaimer at the beginning because, you know, some of these fish room videos, you know, it's hard. I mean, they can kind of get slow. They can kind of get a little boring. I'm being honest here. I make them, you know, and I put a disclaimer at the beginning. Please watch to the very end. There is some good info in this video. I mean, this guy knows his stuff. I mean, the way he would break things down, he's got some cool things in his fish room. And I lost 2 clips. Like, I lost the beginning clip, like the intro clip, where it actually shows him and Jeremy and me. I lost that one. It's gone. And then I lost 1 clip of the first rack of aquarium. So this video is like an 18-19 minute video, and I didn't even get to film this whole fish room because I lost. I think my SD card was kind of mixing up because I did a cleaning on it yesterday and now it's working perfectly fine. It was kind of giving me some problems because I lost another clip. Oh, so like at this aquarium gallery that I went to, the employees all came up to me and they're like, "Hey, would you like to see us feed the sharks? They've got some sharks in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, can I video it?" And they're like, "Sure." And the guy is like talking to me while I'm videoing it and everything. That one's a ghost clip too. It's gone. But the video still turned out good. So, yeah. So the next 5 videos will all be that. And then after that, on that following Monday, will be my vivarium build. I built a really awesome vivarium that's growing out quite nicely. It's got like 12 different plants in it. It's gorgeous. It's fun. The misting system was a little tricky at the beginning, but I've got it all working like a champ. And it's awesome. I've got it as a closed system, which means I've got a glass top. Right now I'm running it with the front doors cracked so that the plants can really you know, get rooted in really good. And then after I get my froggies, which is going to be a while, the frogs are either tadpoles. Yeah, I think they're tadpoles right now. So it'll be a while before I get the frogs. Candy Overall says, do you have a bromelade in the vivarium? I've got 3 bromelades in the vivarium, and I've got 2 of them. Whenever I made my back on it, which you'll see it in the video, but whenever I made my back on this vivarium, I made it to where I can put some pots of plants down in the back, so it kind of looks like bromelades are coming out of the back, and it's going to be really cool because the only problem with that is I may have to transplant them later when they get too big. Dank Tank says bromeliades. I've actually heard people call them bromelade, but bromeliades, I can say that. Bromeliades. All right. Yeah. It's Bob all over again. Candy, do we not do this every time? Every time. That is funny. Ads. Yep, so we're at the bottom of the chat. Anybody ads? Oh, bromeliads. Bromeliads. I was saying AIDS. Bromeliads. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think mine's a 64 gig. Yep, it's a 64 gig. Boom! Bromeliads! Dank did it. He walked me through it. And others said ads like 3 times, and I'm sitting here. Ads? What are they saying? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Ads, what does this mean? I'm like, Joseph says ads, and I'm like, what in the heck is he talking about? I don't know why in the world I thought ADS would be AIDS. You know what I mean? Like, where in the world does that ever mean AIDS? You know, ADS does not mean AIDS. Bromeliads. Hey, I learned something. Yeah, Candy said he's a much easier study than Bob. Oh man, that is funny. So what's up, Dozer? Dozer, what are you doing? Gotta get it to a different. There we go. Dozy, what doing, boy? Dozer. Dozer. Don't ignore me. Don't you ignore me. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're on the internet. What are you doing? Oh, he was in a deep slumber. Man, that took him a minute. Joseph said, wish there was a Best Buy here in the islands. Best Buy is an awesome place. It really is. And Black Friday, Best Buy is really awesome on Black Friday. Sherry Sweeney's. Sweeney's? Why have I ever had a problem with that? Fish Room, that is so funny, needed that tonight. Yeah, I got a really good laugh. Actually, my stomach is hurting over it. Mortal Slayer 82 says, is Dozer a pit bull mix? Yes, he is. His dad was a full-blooded white pit bull. Dank says Jeffro stays waking up Dozer from a food dream. Yeah. Joel G says, LOL. Actually, that's the first time I've seen Joel. Unless 3 hours ago you were here and I forgot about it. Because I'm at the 2 hour and 50 minute mark. And actually, on my channel, This is probably the longest I've live streamed on my channel, because I've went 2 hours before, like 2 or 3 times, and then I've done an hour and a half, and then the one night I did an hour and a half on mine, and then went over to Jeremy's and did a 3-hour. So this is actually the longest I've ever done it, and like I've set on and off of Corey's 8-hour Thanksgiving live stream. It's like, how in the world? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I do not know. I know that I'm going to try to get out of it if anybody tries to talk me into an 8-hour long live stream. Mortal Slayer 82 says, Killer, got 2 of those myself. Yep, Dozer is my buddy. He will be 5 years old in a couple of weeks. And he's not even showing. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? He's like, you're talking to the internet, so what? What? He probably doesn't even know I'm talking to him. Jeremy says live streams go super fast. Yes, they do. A 5-hour live stream can be over and done in no time. 5 hours. Yeah. When you do these long ones like this, it makes that 1 hour seem nothing. Dank says 8-hour would be easy. Just grab couple tens. Couple tens. Dank, yes. Hey Jeff, it's been 3 hours. Do you have to pee yet? Really bad. I do. And just a second ago, I took a drink of this water, and I'm like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? So now is where Mike, for the last 8 minutes, starts trolling water words and fountains and rivers and waterfalls. He starts trolling all those kind of things to try to get me to need to go to the bathroom really bad. Cue that any second. And now that Dank heard me say that, Dank is going to cue it in. I know these guys. I know them very well. I'm going to take another drink. Swishy swashy. Dank. Oh. Cue the moist. Priscilla, she went there. Yeah, Mike says, I'm doing big water changes right now. That is awesome. Yeah, Joseph, I'm with you. I am with you. Yep. I've actually, as an adult, when I think and start to use that word, I try to use a different word. Because so many times, it makes it an awkward situation. Yeah, Mike says, I really am, though. My 180. And I'm actually doing a 100% water change on it. Yeah. Joel says, tips to make my waterfall louder on my outdoor pee pond project. Oh, that's a good one. Classic. Oh. Mr. D says, we'll have to watch the replay. Hit that like button. Thanks, Mr. D. Yeah, it's been almost 3 hours of ups and downs, but this is an up right here for sure. Actually, it's been a good one. We haven't had any slow spots at all, actually. Kept a really good count, so we probably have some pretty good lurkers. If the lurkers would speak up out there. But yeah. It was a good live stream. I enjoyed it. I don't know that I will do 3-hour live streams every week, but I would have to say there's probably not too many YouTubers out there that have done a 3-hour long 480p live stream, because I just did. You know what I'm saying? Priscilla asks a valid question. You think my pee puffers pee? Oh, man. So, Candy says they pee more than Jeff right now. Mary, RNH20, says, oops, yeah, it's me. I'm doing homework. LOL. Yeah, I haven't seen you for like 2 hours. That laugh was probably really pitiful too, by the way. I went a little overboard with it and I apologize. Priscilla, 480p. Ha 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 ha. That's a good one. You're on top of your game tonight. Punchy says, how many pea puffers does a pea puffer pee? Oh, that's a good one. Oh, how much pee could a pea puffer pee if a pea puffer could pee pee? Yeah, Mile High Plecos brings up a valid point. Man, I'm really good at getting the chat sidetracked. Yeah, one night he brings up his wife or something. Like, I think he said his wife was nagging or something, and he had to leave. And like 15 minutes later, we were all still talking about marriage. He spiked up a marriage counseling live stream. Oh my God. Priscilla is always on top of her game. Just don't overflow a tank, Trevor. Karma. Chug, chug, chug. That is funny. Oh. It really did actually go fast though, guys. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. It's just actually surprising. It really is. Yeah, Matt goes live next. Concrete floors, no big deal. Yeah, you got a sump pump too. So get that electrical whenever they run that. Make sure and run that up high, and you would be good to go. 54 Punchy says, I'm always for any kind of marriage as long as it doesn't involve me. Yep, same here. Yeah, Mortal Slayer says the marriage stream. LOL. I need to go back and find that one and actually just change the name to the marriage stream. Because Michael was like, holy crap, I left for a half hour and you're still talking about marriage? It's like, yeah, floor drain in a sump. Get that electrical up high. You know, you're good. I haven't seen Matthew Moore go live, so I don't know. We've got 2 minutes left, so make sure and remember to show my videos some love. Most of all the videos that I made, I tried to do links whenever I could and stuff like that. Make sure and show these videos some love. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. It was a really good time. Jeremy did an awesome time. You know, I mean, he had it set up great, and we made the most of our time. And it just would have been nice to have had longer, but it was a really good time. So make sure and show me some love on my videos that I made. You know, technically I made 5 videos in one day, guys. So all of these videos that you watch over the next 2.5 weeks, I made them all in one day. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. I didn't edit them and render them and upload them to YouTube in one day. That took a week. But I shot all 5 of these videos in one day. So anyhow, yeah. Jeremy's like, you're on deck, bud. Give us a late night live stream, Dank. I'll just go to the bathroom real quick, and then Dank can go live from his cell. Show us your tadpole project, Dank. Is he even still here? What the heck? He probably fell asleep again. Huh. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for this 40 live streams. You know, I'm pleased, and I'm going to keep on going with it. You know, it's a low number, but I'm proud of it. Thanks for coming here and supporting me every time I do go live, though. Without you guys, I couldn't do a live stream. So thank you very much. Let's just keep it going. We'll see you guys here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And have a great rest of the weekend. Peace out, y'all.